There's a
Let's
lot
go, everybody.
to talk about the
Let's listen to what Phil Spencer got to say, and then we'll talk about the show.
Then the ex-boss himself. They want to hear from you, my friend, not me. Phil Spencer, thank you, and welcome to IGN Live.
Thanks, Ryan.
Thanks, what the mighty Phil have to say.
So your energy's incredible.
Can y'all hear it?
I'm muted now. Turn it up just a touch
we
more.
have some friends coming in halfway through, some other awesome Xbox developers. So
people who actually build games.
I don't want to waste a second with you here, and I want to start. I said this earlier on this stage. I think you just had the best showcase you've ever had. I really mean. I said it before you got here.
Thank you, Ryan.
It really was fantastic. Now, I know you plan these things months and months in advance. For anybody that doesn't know, like the planning for this starts like the beginning of the year kind of thing.
That's right.
It's crazy. So I'm curious, at what point do you, with this one this year, do you get a feeling that, oh, this one's looking pretty good?
Yeah,
Don't be humble. Just tell us the real answer here.
Honestly, like until our fans, the customers, you guys give us the feedback, like Aaron Greenberg and I were talking about this 2 weeks ago. Now, the thing that probably hit me the most was obviously just the passion of the teams of putting their amazing work on stage and seeing so many teams do great work. But it was basically, I'd say 2 months ago when I just looked at the kind of scale of the franchises, how much work the teams were doing to show up in the way they did, and the partners that we had in the show. Like I was in awe of this show.
There's a couple games I want to ask you about specifically before we'll talk about some other stuff too. But the one that I said, right, for me, of all the great stuff from today, stole the show for me was something I wasn't expecting to see today again, which was Perfect Dark.
I knew you were going to say that.
Perfect Dark.
Yeah.
A first-person.
What up?
Spy, espionage, some parkour, a little Mirror's Edge in there, which I love.
All playable, like all in-game.
Be over here just checking Phil live right now, so that's why we're kind of quiet, because he's just now talking about after the
Crystal
show.
was brought in to help it keep going. So what has it been like for you to kind of follow the very long trajectory of that game from, that started with Daryl Gallagher starting a studio and
just down the street.
Yeah, and now we're finally here. Like, so how has it been kind of getting to this point with Perfect Dark?
Yeah, in parallel, building a studio while you're building a game, and something that Perfect Dark back to N64 and obviously us with PDZ on 360, like there's just such anticipation for that game. And I really appreciate everybody's patience, because we've been talking about this for a long time. And like my team can verify this. When I saw it, I said, this is the one that Ryan's going to love, because we know his love for Spy. And I said, this is the one. And just so proud of the team. And it really just came together so well. And I mean, a cool little story. Daryl had our other studio heads down at the studio just yesterday and walked through that same section in game to show them, like, this is a game being played. And I love seeing our community of creators coming together that way.
Well, another, the one more thing, which we were all hoping for and got, was a new Gears of War game, but it
wasn't what we thought.
It wasn't Gears 6.
It was not.
Yeah. It was not Gears 6. So, what you have a visibility into everything, but I'm curious, when you're in a meeting with, maybe it's Matt Booty, maybe it's Alan Hartman, but the Coalition folks, like when you learn that they've gone down the E-Day road, the prequel road, rather than Gears, like what was your reaction when you found out that was going to be the next direction for Gears of War?
Well, this. We've had some changes in leadership of the studio. Rod, who was there, is now leading Diablo for us. So I actually thought, a Diablo game I'm playing a ton of, I thought it was a nice opportunity for that team to establish their Gears, right? And following on Gears 5, just because the numerical thing, like I think it would this was an opportunity for them to take it back to an origin story that I know that has a lot of like real depth to it in terms of Emergence Day, and tell that story through the Coalition as it is today. I thought, like, what a great opportunity. I was excited. And then you probably saw, I know you heard it, the Mad World tune.
Can you hear this, Husky?
Piece.
Oh, yeah.
Like, for those of us who remember the 360 commercial, like how iconic was that? So when they went back and sourced that and brought that through the piece, I think it just showed that they kind of stay true to what Gears is, but tell a new story, new arc.
Now, you're wearing a very cool Xbox Pride shirt today, but a year ago at the Xbox Showcase, you freaked out people like me by wearing a Hexen shirt, which is a game that I have very near and dear to my heart. And now, well, then too, you had just acquired Hexen. You own that as part of many other things. But then today, I see the reveal for Doom: The Dark Ages, and I go, well, wait a second.
How awesome was that?
Hold on. Are you secretly making a Hexen game in the Doom universe? Because I know you and I share the love for this.
Yeah. No, I would like to say I'm actually smart enough to predict anything like that. I wasn't. But definitely, if you look at Doom: Dark Ages, and thanks to Marty and the team, they let me introduce that. Right. So I got to come out and like I was going through all my old school stories. For those as old as me who remember it's Doom 1 on a floppy going, my only PC that could run it was my PC at Microsoft. So I would sneak it at night, put it in so I could play. So the opportunity to stand there and get to announce Doom
about it, Phil.
And then Doom: Dark Ages, which definitely has some Hexen in it. And I just thought Hugo and the team, fantastic work. I'm so proud.
Now, I can't help but bring up something that's been a topic of conversation a lot recently, which is that Doom: The Dark Ages is also going to ship on PS5, something that you've done with some other games. So can you, from a business level, like, can you walk me through, you paid $7.5 billion to acquire Bethesda's ZeniMax. So what's the calculus? Like, what's the process there for deciding, like, okay, new Doom, let's keep it multi-platform as it has been, or just put it on Xbox. So what's kind of the thought process there?
Well, on Doom, it's definitely one of those franchises that has a history on so many devices.
Yeah.
I think they have like Doom running on a lawnmower somewhere when you go back. But, and it's a franchise that I think everybody deserves to play. I'm really proud of what the team, and to be honest, like I was in a meeting with Marty and the team a couple of years ago, and I asked Marty what he wanted to do. And he said he wanted to ship it on all platforms. I said, let's go do that. Like, it was as simple as that. Now, I want to bring it back, though, because I get a lot of questions about, hey, if I'm an Xbox owner, what does it mean? And what I want to say, and I thought it showed up so well in the show today.
Tell them, Phil.
You saw an amazing collection of games that are coming to Xbox. They're going into Game Pass day one. And Game Pass showed up so well. If you buy the game on our console, you get to play it on PC. You buy it on PC, you get so the cross entitlement stuff is all there, and we're focused on future hardware with forward compatibility. Our commitment to our Xbox customers is you're going to get the opportunity to buy or subscribe to the game. We're going to support the game on other screens, and you are going to see more of our games on more platforms. And we just see that as a benefit to the franchises that we're building. And we see that from players, and the players love to be able to play.
Well,
thank you.
There you go. He said more.
I have to do the journalistically responsible thing now and bring the mood down. Otherwise, the internet would tear me apart. So I wanted to ask you, you haven't really commented publicly much in the last couple months. So I wanted to ask you about the studio closures and Tango Gameworks and some of the thoughts behind the decision making there. I mean, you had a critical darling in Hi-Fi Rush. You had folks like Aaron Greenberg saying it checked all these boxes for us and did all the right things here. So, walk me through the decision of why really Tango specifically, not to disrespect the other studios that were closed, but that was the one that really seemed to kind of stick in the community's craw a bit. So I'm hoping here that you can take the opportunity to address that closure and some of the recent changes in Xbox.
Yeah, the closure of any team is hard, obviously, on the individuals there, hard on the team. And I try to spend all of my focus, as you said, I haven't been talking publicly about this, because right now it's a time for us to focus on the team and the individuals. It's obviously a decision that's very hard on them, and I want to make sure through severance and other things that we're doing the right thing for the individuals on the team. It's not about my PR, it's not about Xbox PR, it's about those teams. In the end, I've said over and over, I have to run a sustainable business inside the company and grow. And that means sometimes I have to make hard decisions that frankly are not decisions I love, but decisions that somebody needs to go make. we will continue to go forward. We will continue to invest in what we're trying to go do in Xbox and build the best business that we can, which ensures we can continue to do shows like the one we just did.
On the the Activision Blizzard saga, that's all been, that probably maybe
called it saga.
Well, I don't know. Did it from covering it and watching it, it felt like it put like 5 years on my life.
Yeah.
As somebody that covers Xbox, I can't imagine how it was for you. But as that came to a close, and you started integrating them into Activision Blizzard King, into Xbox Studios, has that changed the way that you think about running the business at all? Because the organization just got quite a bit larger, almost overnight in a sense.
No, I mean, we're still, and I hope we show this today, we're going to be about building great games for people to play, about giving them choice on Xbox to go play. We've got a broader library of games. The thing I'm starting to see, which I really love, is the organic collaboration between our teams that are coming out, and trying to build that community of creators that, I mean, you and I will go back to the time of Xbox where we basically had 4 games: Fable, Forza, Gears, Halo. And we would just literally every 4 years, and I would have to come to E3 and I'd somehow try to make those 4 games seem different every year for the community. And now what we have in gaming is just an amazing collection of teams and franchises that are doing great work. So I think, I feel an added responsibility as somebody who loves this industry for the franchises that show up on our stage. But I still think in the end, it's about putting amazing games out. Like, I'm really proud of the work that Ninja Theory did with Hellblade and how Hellblade's been the response to that. And we have an amazing internal team now that's focused on us doing a bunch of Unreal games as an example. And then you see things like South of Midnight, which might have been my game of the show. I thought it looked so good.
Let's go. Yes, sir.
You got Perfect Dark. You have Gears. So, like, for us, as the organization gets bigger, I think it's just more important that we can take bets together and try to do innovative, creative things. And that will continue to drive us.
All right, well, we've got to take a very quick break, but we've got lots more Phil Spencer talking all things Xbox right here on IGN Live. So don't go anywhere.
All right, so we're going to let him do that break. But, okay, so far from what we've heard, yeah. We can't do all that. I ain't gonna get hit across the head. But
all the music and all that.
all that. But he answered the question, right? And he said some more will come over. He didn't say all, so therefore. But see, you know how the media.
That's a confusing message, dude.
But how was that a confusing message? I need to know. It wasn't confusing. I mean,
and that is maybe not confusing, but we want. And I can kind of see where Sorry Man is coming from, but maybe not confused, but we want specifics. So when you say some more, and I know that we're not going to get them, but it's just you still, like we was talking about Friday about those legacy titles. Like the Gears, the Halo. Are those going like the newer stuff? I understand, but like I said the other day, is those legacy titles. You really got to be careful about those legacy titles, moving those to other platforms. Like I said, some of the newer stuff, we understand it. New IPs, new stuff. You want more money,
right? That we understand, right?
Yeah, but that's what I think. That's where Sorry Man was coming from when he said it's kind of confusing. We would like specifics, but of course we know. We're not getting specifics when it comes to those things. Not right now, at least.
No, because because it's a case by case basis. But go ahead.
Correct.
I think that they're just what they're trying to do here is and everybody's always going to have their own opinion about it, right? Everybody's going to have their own feelings about it. But you got to look at it this way: Xbox is a business.
Correct.
They're in it to make money, and if they see an opportunity to, move their games over to other platforms and it's going to make them more money, why not do it? It's, because I mean, even though PlayStation is a stickler, guess what? They're moving their games over to Nintendo. They're moving their games over to PC. Everybody's kind of becoming a multi-platform conglomerate. Business. So it's just one of those things, man, that these companies are going to be doing from now on. It's not just
He's back.
It's coming back on. All right, here we go. Hold on, there's that little music. They might hear me for that. I can't lose that. All right, there we go. All right, cut y'all's music off so I can go ahead and let this interview go. There we go. Come on, man. Let's touch that bullshit.
You and I.
Oh my God, they're just keeping it going.
A lot about the past of Xbox because there's a lot of great memories, but the present, as we saw today on the Xbox Game Showcase, is great. The future looks super promising here. And the Xbox business has changed dramatically.
It has
dramatically,
no
just in the past few years. And so when you make a almost $70 billion acquisition, do you start hearing from your bosses more, or are they still staying out of your way and letting you run the business? Because that's not an insignificant amount of money to spend on growing.
It's definitely not an insignificant
business.
amount of money. No, the support we get from the company, and my boss is the CEO of Microsoft, Satya Nadella. Hey, Satya. We are given a ton of leeway to go and run and grow our business. But I'll say the thing that we challenge ourselves to do is to try to do new things. Like, I think if I go back 8 years ago, we said, hey, we're going to go ship all of our games on PC and console. And if you buy one on one, you get it on the other. And I got some reaction from people of, this is the worst decision ever. Like, this is going to be the end of Xbox. And we announced Game Pass and we started doing Game Pass. And I know some people looked at that and said, oh, you're going to teach people that games are free. And you're going to undermine the value in games. And what I can say sitting here today from our decisions on cloud, on Game Pass, on console, like right now, we have more Xbox console users than we've ever had in the history of Xbox.
Let's go. Talk that shit, Phil.
And even when I look at things like the impact of Game Pass, because I watch that and I love Game Pass, like how it showed up in the show today, I think was fantastic. But we also want people to be able to buy games. So I go back and I look and I say, okay, over the last 5 years, what's happened to third-party game sales on our platform? We're up double digits every year over the last 5 years on game sales on Xbox consoles. So when I look at it, I will just, doing a $70 billion acquisition will push us to try to do more. It'll push us on cloud. It'll push us to go find customers in new places, continue to think about access to amazing games, enabling creators to do great work. But I actually think for the team, that's just a self-motivation that the team has, and it's fun to be a part of.
Black Ops 6 Day 1 Game Pass.
Black Ops 6,
sweet, right? Like,
some people said I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, most people in this room have probably been used to spending $60-$70 on it every year. Now, if they're already subscribing to Game Pass,
and
good to go.
But it's a choice. Like, we didn't say to anybody, you have to subscribe to play. If you want to buy Black Ops, it's great. It's great for us. It's great for the developer. If you want to subscribe, it's also great. Like, I want to give you the choice on how you play your games and who you play with, and not try to do slimy platform things to force you to do what I want you to do. Give the players choice and what they want.
Tell him, Phil.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Phil.
The Activision Blizzard thing.
What did Phil just say? I missed it because I was paying attention to something.
Courtrooms and regulatory
with my
places.
Hold on. What did Phil say? What y'all say? What did he say?
Slimy platform thing.
Yes, basically, there was shots fired. Phil is shooting.
He shot a rocket launcher at PlayStation.
Yes, he did. Yes.
What did he just say? I don't know. I didn't hear what you said.
He said we're not going to do slimy platform things to make you, make you subscribe, or whatever the case may be. He was talking about.
Oh shit! Hold on. Do I need to rewind that just for a second?
Just rewind it just a little bit. There you go, right there.
That might be too much. That's too much. Okay, hold on. Let's do it. Okay. Let's do it. I missed it. I was over there reading something.
The past of Xbox, because there's a lot of great memories, but the present, as we saw today on the Xbox Game Showcase, is great. The future looks super promising here. And
went too far.
The Xbox
I think I went too far.
has changed dramatically.
It has.
Dramatic.
Way too.
Right about there.
the past of Xbox because there's a lot of great memories, but the present
let it play.
we saw today on the Xbox Game Showcase is great. The future looks super promising here, and the Xbox business has changed dramatically.
It has
dramatically, just in the past few years. And so when you make a almost $70 billion acquisition, do you start hearing from your bosses more, or are they still staying out of your way and letting you run the business? Because that's not an insignificant amount of money to spend on growing.
It's definitely not an insignificant
business.
amount of money. No, the support we get from the company, and my boss is the CEO of Microsoft.
Sorry, I didn't hear it, guys. So yeah. I went too far.
We are given a ton of leeway to go and run and grow our business. But I'll say the thing that we challenge ourselves to do is to try to do new things. Like I think if I go back 8 years ago, we said, hey, we're going to go ship all of our games on PC and console. And if you buy one on one, you get it on the other. And I got some reaction from people of this is the worst decision ever.
We know reaction.
Like this is going to be the end of Xbox. We announced Game Pass and we started doing Game Pass. And I know some people looked at that and said, oh, you're going to teach people that games are free and you're going to undermine the value in games. And what I can say sitting here today from our decisions on cloud, on Game Pass, on console, like right now, we have more Xbox console users than we've ever had in the history of Xbox.
Like that.
And even when I look at things like the impact of Game Pass, because I watch that and I love Game Pass, like how it showed up in the show today, I think was fantastic. But we also want people to be able to buy games. So I go back and I look and I say, okay, over the last 5 years, what's happened to third-party game sales on our platform? We're up double digits every year over the last 5 years on game sales on Xbox
Hitting them
console.
with the numbers.
So
Goddamn,
I will just, doing a $70 billion acquisition will push us to try to do more. It'll push us on cloud. It'll push us to go find customers in new places, continue to think about access to amazing games, enabling creators to do great work. But I actually think for the team, that's just a self-motivation that the team has, and it's fun to be a part of.
Black Ops 6 Day 1 Game Pass.
Black Ops 6,
sweet, right? Like,
I'm listening now. Sorry,
yeah,
went
most
so far
people in
back.
this room have probably been used to spending $60-$70 on it every year. Now, if they're already subscribing to Game Pass,
and
good to go.
But it's a choice. Like we didn't say to anybody, you have to subscribe to play. If you want to buy Black Ops, it's great. It's great for us. It's great for the developer. If you want to subscribe, it's also great. Like I want to give you the choice on how you play your games and who you play with, and not try to do slimy platform things to force you to do what I want you to do. Give the players choice and what they want to do and who they play with.
So the Activision Blizzard thing, we watched it play out in courtrooms and regulatory
with
places.
my tie on.
I'm curious, what was the biggest?
You're so loud we can't hear him, right, Jay?
For you and the team at Xbox during the course of that.
For the management team, like Sarah Bond, Lori Wright, Linda Norman, who's our lead lawyer at Xbox, we all had our same job of running Xbox and doing the things that we needed to go do, Matt Booty. But then we actually added this second job in the time of having to work through regulatory. And I didn't it's my fault as the head of the business. I didn't really internalize that in the beginning of what a drain that would be on the team. And I think we saw that. I think we saw it in our execution on a couple things that we were doing multiple things at a time that we hadn't planned for. And I'll say it's really nice to be post the acquisition, working with those amazing teams. I mean, how they showed up in our show today, fantastic, right? I just thought it was great. I mean, we had World of Warcraft in an Xbox show. It's just crazy.
Was there ever a point in the process, because it really, between the CMA and the FTC and all these places, was there ever a point where you thought, oh, this might not happen? This might get rejected?
Well, we always have to plan for all contingencies.
Yeah.
We consider everything. You have to in running the business. But we felt like we were on the side of right. Meaning we weren't doing this so we could pull Call of Duty from PlayStation players. It was never in our plan. I mean, I think my whole inbox leaked on the internet. So if anybody wanted to find that was the plan, you would find it somewhere.
Damn.
And it wasn't there. So we believed we were in the right. on getting this deal done. So we stayed convicted, but there were dark days, like with when the CMA came out and said, no, this isn't going to go through. And, the drag on the teams at Activision, Blizzard, and King, like they're dealing with this uncertainty. So it's so nice to have it passed behind us. And now we can just focus on building great games together.
Let's go.
On that topic, like we talk about all these huge changes to not just the industry, but again, specifically your business, the Xbox business over the last 5 or so years. What is today, like as we sit here now, what's the thesis statement? What's the modus operandi for Xbox today? And how has it changed over the last 5 years?
Yeah, and I see some of the feedback that our messaging from some people that maybe our messaging hasn't been consistent. And I always hear the feedback and I take it. Like feedback is great. I will say from early on, we would say when everybody plays, we all win. Like how do we get in a place where everybody can play video games? And we've made different progress on PC. And now like PC is a huge business for us. We love that we have so many PC players, more than we've ever had. Our console's doing so well. But I think if you sit back and you try to frame this industry through the lens of the tradition of who sold a console today, and that's the only solution to making gaming better, I think, Xbox is doing something different than that. We love our consoles, we love our PC players, but really it's about creators and players and amazing games coming to them.
It has, admittedly, for all of us, creators, players, it has been a weird generation because it started weird in this pandemic. And I'm curious, would you do anything differently in this Xbox Series generation if you could kind of go back and tell yourself?
I'm not really a regrets guy. Like I don't like. There's 100 decisions I make that, like in hindsight, maybe I would make it different with all the data. But you got to just bet. You got to bet on yourself and bet on the teams. Have a vision of what you're trying to do. When you get punched in the face, you get back up and you try to go do things. So like I'm not really one who looks back and say, I wish I would have done this or that. If you're in a position like this, you just, with the team that we have, you just have to believe and you have to keep pushing forward and take the feedback from amazing customers that talk to us every day.
Has the calculus changed? You kind of spoke to Game Pass a little bit and how much of a value proposition it has increased after today even, but has the calculus changed on how much Game Pass subscriptions are valued at Microsoft versus direct sales? Like, because now, when Game Pass started, it was, wow, this sounds really cool, and you've pledged to put every first-party release in there, and at the beginning, there weren't a lot of those, but now you're almost, like you had a whole show full of them. So kind of how does that metric for success, like how does Game Pass influence the success of the business?
The thing I look at every morning is how many people played on our platforms and how long did they play. If they played through the subscription or they paid buying their games or they're playing a free-to-play game, I honestly, that's not the most important thing. Game Pass, I love it. I think it's the thing I really love about Game Pass. Let me think in our show today, a game like Mixtape. Like a game like Mixtape is a game that we can go, Nathan and Val and I can have a conversation and say, with a team that's been in Game Pass before, when you think about the studio behind, they had great success. Now we're going to do a second game, or like Winterboro, another like just awesome game that we can go invest in. And Game Pass gives us an ability. You can go invest in Call of Duties and Diablos all day, and we love that. But you also get to invest in new things that come out. And we just think that's a really important part of the equation. So we don't have like one now, Game Pass is up double digits. Like, and in most of its growth, we said it, PC is growing really well. Cloud's growing really well. But if somebody decides they want to buy their games and build their library, peace. Like there's no, we need to turn everybody into this or that. We just want people to play.
I want to talk about Fallout for a second. So you guys are currently having an awesome pop culture moment.
Fallout TV show.
Months.
Yeah, so good.
So good. But I can't help think about that. A year or two ago, I was sitting with Todd Howard with a camera rolling, and I asked him, well, Fallout 5, is that, you want to do that yourself, or maybe now there's all these Xbox Studios, you could maybe have some help with it, and said, no, I want to. That's mine. I'm going to direct that.
Yeah.
But
Todd likes his things.
But does the massive success of something like Fallout, I would argue is Xbox's biggest cultural moment in quite a while. Like it transcended
outside of gaming. Yeah.
And so, after the TV show blows up and there'll be a season 2, and I'm sure it'll probably keep going past that. Do you talk to Todd about you can't stop the Elder Scrolls 6 and say go do Fallout 5, but you have all these studios. Like, do you have a conversation about how can we do a big new Fallout while the iron's really hot here with the TV show?
Yeah, I'll just say that Todd's recognized the success of the television show on his own, right? He doesn't need me to kind of go, and it is amazing to see how gaming is now playing such a role all up in pop culture. If you go back, as an old comic nerd, I go back 10 years, and it seemed like every Hollywood thing came from the comics. And now you see video games and this art form that we've loved for so long, whether it's the Mario movie, Last of Us, Fallout show, you see our creatives in our industry being recognized for the worlds and storytelling that they can go do. For us specifically, Fallout's been amazing. And yeah, Todd's kind of looking at the plans on what he's doing. I'm not going to get into it, but I'll say Todd has recognized the success on his own and is thinking through what that means.
I guess while we're on the subject, have you seen the Elder Scrolls 6 lately? Because I know you get to take a look at a lot of stuff.
I'll refrain from comment.
That means
I think we all know what you mean by that.
That's right, boomy.
Boomy. Oh my goodness. Well, ask Todd to, I know you can't hurry.
Speed it up, Todd.
We're waiting here, pal. There's one other thing I wanted to ask you about that I thought we actually might hear something about from you. I mean, you had a great show. I'm not complaining. But I thought, well, there's something that's been rumored, that's been talked about. We talked about it on the pre-show. There was a big reaction from our audience here, and that is an Xbox handheld.
Yeah.
So
he on the spot.
You're a guy. I mean, you have the gamer score to prove it. You walk the walk. You are not a guy that runs the business and never touches a game. You actually pretty much do nothing but play video games. And I mean that as a compliment.
I do work sometimes, but yeah.
But really, seriously,
I love that. I don't do anything but play video games. It's kind of true.
You've been building the business around this mantra of go where the players are. Whether it's on PC, whether it's through
so
the
we
cloud.
should have a handheld.
I think so.
I think we should have a handheld.
Do you want to say anything?
Oh, there we go.
I think
You the boss.
you have to have Sarah on. Sarah Bond, our president of Xbox, which is awesome. But the future for us in hardware is pretty awesome. And the work that the team is doing around different form factors, different ways to play, I'm incredibly excited about. Today was about the games.
Yeah.
We showed some of our Gen 9 console, Series S, Series X, the work that we're doing. But we will have a time to come out and talk more about platform. And we can't wait to bring him to you guys.
All right. I'm not going to let you off the hook quite one more
time.
So hypothetically,
hypothetically,
if Microsoft did an Xbox gaming handheld, PC device, would it be a Steam Deck-like dedicated piece of hardware that I can play offline, or would it be something I would need a Wi-Fi connection to stream things from?
No, I think what I'm finding, I'll do it this way.
Now Ryan throwing shots.
My ROG Ally, my ROG Ally is my Lenovo Legion Go, fantastic. My Steam Deck. I think being able to play games locally is really important.
You can read between the lines on that, as you will. All right. We're going to take a very quick break, but we're not done with Phil. We're going to bring in some friends, some Xbox developers.
Oh, man.
So stay tuned for that.
They come in real with it. Okay, right after that.
Family, let's go.
Damn, he bringing the family. Well, you know what I'm saying? We still are going to get to our reactions of everything, but of course,
you heard what he just said, right?
What he said?
He said, go where the players are.
Yeah.
No more to be said after that, man.
Yeah, no more to say.
You got players on Nintendo, you got players on PlayStation, You got man. Come on, bro. No more to be said after that, dog.
Well, I still feel.
I know.
Legacy means everything.
Right. I still feel like legacy, like what we were kind of alluding to, that legacy titles are still going to be legacy titles. Everything else, it's like I said. It's like I said,
it was going multi-platform.
Yeah, it's like I said on GRG Friday. I said if Xbox does 80% of their games to go over to every other platform. They still have, you still keep 20%. You can even make it 1090 if you wanted to. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think once you see the pathway of what Xbox is doing, because the reality is that Game Pass is the new exclusive, right? Nobody else has anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Except for unless Ubisoft.
Dude, not even PlayStation. PlayStation don't have it, dude.
No. So I think the whole thing is that, look, we're looking at it. Our big show, our thing that was going to attract people to Game Pass, to Xbox, is going to be Game Pass, the games that we make, and this handheld. And when we even also put games on other hardware, hell, they're going to make money hand over fist. I do not want to see Halo on PlayStation 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever. But if they can just hold off on the legacy titles, I ain't tripping. I just don't see like a game like, I don't want to see Starfield go, but we'll see. I don't know. We don't know what kind of deals and what it sounds like.
I don't want to see Gears going anywhere except for Xbox and PC.
Right. No, that's what I'm saying. That's a legacy title. So like for me, like Starfield proved that it didn't need PlayStation in order for it to be successful. So I think that that's what it comes to for being a case-by-case basis. Right. I think if a game does good enough, then I think that it has an opportunity to stay and remain to be console exclusive on PC. But I don't know. We'll see. Give it a little time for this little stupid music to go away. All right, hold on. Let's get that little stupid music out of here.
Xbox family.
They just keep it going. Yeah. There we go. Oh, they just got it going.
Hello, team at Blizzard. And from the Call of Duty Black Ops team at Treyarch, we have.
Oh, they just keep it going. Come on, take that corny ass music off. I'm not getting across the head.
Yeah, my friend, because
damn, they're doing that.
I didn't hear nothing.
I know. I'm just covering on.
You guys have been such amazing caretakers of the Doom franchise, and you're taking a hell of a swing here with the Dark Ages. Like the play it safe version would have been to do Doom Eternal, but slightly better.
Right.
But the Dark Ages is not the safe play. You are doing some interesting stuff here. It is quite the pivot. It's arguably the biggest pivot for any mainline Doom game.
Yeah.
And so I thought maybe, the Doom Slayer storyline seemed pretty wrapped up at the end of the DLC.
Well, this is a prequel to Doom 2016.
So how quickly do you land on this prequel concept when you're kicking around ideas after Doom Eternal?
Oh, we wanted to make this game for many years. That first in the Slayer's Testament.
I don't know if you guys are. I want to get to some conversation on it. Then we'll. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So anyway, but. Okay, so what Phil was saying, right? People on the panel, please. You know what I'm saying? Do you think that it was mixed messaging? Is it kind of straightforward to you, or
forward to me?
Okay, so all right.
Oh, so it's forward to me because you know why? I went to school for fucking business and I understand that shit.
So. Okay, so what? So what do you think, Artemis? Does that mean? What does that mean? Everything.
It means
everything.
It means we're kicking down the fucking door and we're fucking coming in and we're gonna fucking rock this shit. That's what that fucking means.
Let's go.
It means that we're looking at what can make us more money, what can drive our players to more games and to drive our revenue up. And they're looking at it and they're like, let's do this, let's do this, let's do that. I have no problem with them doing, putting their games on other platforms. If it continues to go that way and we get even better games or even more games that are like Doom Eternal, or I mean not Doom Eternal, but Doom Dark Ages, which is on the screen right now. Like if we can continue to get stuff like that, I'm all for it. If it starts to go to because it could go either one of two ways. It could go where it drives up the business and makes it, a thriving, conglomerate where they're just pushing out games that are just like on another level, or it could go the opposite direction where it doesn't benefit anybody at all. But it looks like at this moment they're on a trajectory that is above and beyond what the other platforms are doing. Period.
Now, Radiance 96 says, so Microsoft is ruining their console by doing that. Now, I don't know if you heard what Phil said.
That's not, no.
Yeah. He's saying numbers are up everywhere. Like he says they're doing better than they've ever done. So
here's the thing that Radiance is thinking. He's thinking as a fan boy, right? He's not thinking in the true context of what gamers are doing, because most of us, we're hardcore, right? We listen to this stuff, we go into this stuff, we get deep dives into this stuff. But anybody who sees those games on the shelf at the store or online, and it has Xbox behind it, guess what they're going to do? They're going to be like, I got to go out and buy a fucking Xbox now. Right. Because this game is coming to Xbox. It's going to, and there will be those people out there that will be like, well, is it coming to PlayStation? And then they'll try to look it up and see if it's coming to PlayStation. But then there will be a lot of those people, which are the general consumers that aren't like us, that'll be like, oh, like I said, I got to go get an Xbox now because this game's coming out or that game's coming out. So it definitely, I don't see it deteriorating the console platform at all.
Radiance, Megan never said that. He never said that he don't care about exclusives. Bro, Radiance, this is what you gotta understand. We live in a different world. The path that Xbox is heading down, Sony and Nintendo are following slowly but surely. So
yeah, Nintendo don't have to make the move first.
Radiance. I didn't say that you. Okay, I called you in a fanboy. You have a fanboy mentality. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Is that you're thinking as a fanboy instead of thinking as an actual, consumer of video games.
Right.
Because
this isn't 360 and PS3 era anymore, bro.
So exactly. It's not. It's not.
Yeah, it's not that era no more, dog.
And it's not going to be. It's never going to go back to that ever again. Right. We will never see. We will never see complete exclusives from either of these companies, except for probably Nintendo, because Nintendo's dusty ass. Yeah, exactly. They're stuck in their own ways. Their dusty ass ain't going to do it. But PlayStation, if you look, PlayStation's doing the same thing. They're going to other platforms. They just announced a Lego game that's for the Horizon franchise that's going to Nintendo.
And I'm buying that bitch on Nintendo.
It's not going to Xbox, but guess what?
I know, but
they're doing that. Right. You know why they're doing that, Mitchie? You know why?
I know why.
and you know what? And that's probably why Phil took that shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, exactly. Oh, okay, we see what you're doing.
Exactly. So it's just, it comes down to, what is, good for the gamer, basically.
Yeah, no, and that's what, I don't know. Let me keep going to Sir X-Man, you've been quiet on this. I know you said boo earlier. Are you still boo about this, or, from what Phil was talking about, or are you got a somewhat of a better understanding about it, or are you just kind of like, you feel kind of like what Radiance feels is that, the exclusives don't matter anymore? Or the console, I guess you would say.
I don't care about any other game he puts on the other consoles. That don't bother me. Just don't touch your legacies. That's all I don't want. Leave your legacies where they are. You can put whatever you want. You could, games like Forza, games like, Halo and Gears, let them stay. If you want to put Fable over on Sony, fine, go ahead.
No.
That's legacy, baby. That's legacy.
No, because Yobi says put everything on there. So I
never said that.
No, Fable.
I never said that. You twisted my words. Don't do that.
Yeah.
But you want every game to go everywhere.
I didn't say that. Yo,
okay.
Listen, man. What I said is Microsoft, PlayStation, and Nintendo are heading down the same route.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
What I said.
Yeah,
I didn't say everything everywhere. They're heading down the same route. Sorry, man. You got
no. I'm agreeing with you.
No, you're not, because you just said something totally different. Listen, they're heading down the same route. 360 and PS3 generation, that shit is dead. Y'all gotta get that shit out your mind. It's gone. It's not coming back, bro. This is what you gotta understand about this game industry. Day by day, slowly and surely, exclusives are losing that magic it had generations ago. That's exactly what it is, bro.
So can I answer a question? I think Microsoft, if they do this, they're rushing it. They should take their time and integrate it. If you're gonna do it, don't do it that quick. On certain games, don't do it that quick. I can see that Midnight game with the girl and the frog. Send that over there. Yeah, South of Midnight. Send that over there. There's an exception for that one. But your true legacies, hold on to those until the other side starts doing it. Then maybe you can start sending over some legacies.
Hold on. Adam, I think I gotta respond to Radius. He's not saying that he knows you personally. Oh God, you guys are ridiculous.
Well, no, I mean, listen.
I don't know. I'm looking at the chat because
he's just saying you don't
know me, bro, with your labels. I like gaming on Xbox, but I ain't attached to the brand like that. I'm not going to defend all the decisions. He's not asking you to defend.
Okay, but all right, but let me make this point and just stop that because.
I'm giving my opinion about it. I'm not really trying. Like you said something, and I'm just giving you my opinion on it. Where you have to kind of think, not in that same mentality that you were 10, 20 years ago. You have to think of it now as in how Xbox is doing and how the market is going. I mean, even on PlayStation side, even some of the Nintendo stuff is coming over to other platforms. Not the big, Marios and things like that, but even some of their like look at Octopath Traveler that came over to Xbox. And
1 and 2, and they're in Game Pass.
Even though they're not technically owned by Nintendo, that game came out specifically on Nintendo first. Even Shin Megami Tensei 5, same thing. That game came out on Nintendo first. I mean, we all knew that it was eventually going to come to other platforms, but that's kind of the direction that a lot of these other platforms are going, where they're kind of like, we're waiting, not day one to PC. We're going to go, and even PlayStation actually is going to do day one with that Lego game on all those platforms. So, it's just, I think from what Sir X-Man, what you're saying is,
well, I wanted to finish the point, but go ahead.
No,
real quick.
I'll let you have after this. What you're saying is, I get where you're coming from, because, you want those legacy titles to stay on the platform, but also, if those legacy titles do go over to PlayStation or Nintendo or whatever like that, I don't see how it's going to be a detriment to the brand in and of itself, because of the fact that those games are so, old at this point, right? They're all considered kind of old at this point. I don't want to see that. Of course, I definitely don't want to see the legacy titles going over, but if they do, there's really nothing we can do about it.
Now, quick point, real quick. It's going to be quick and to the point. I just think Phil left that, when he said what he said, left it open-ended. He didn't give any clarity. So people out there are going to be thinking that Phil is saying, all right, we're going to throw everything on there. That he left it
got a
open
point.
ended.
Yeah.
So now everybody's gonna
these
be
people on
thinking
Twitter.
everything is coming over there.
You know how those people on Twitter.
That's the problem.
Okay, so let me get Husky to jump in on this as well. But I do have to make this point by saying, after what we've seen, does it really fucking matter at this point? Because as Xbox gamers, I get it, but does it matter? Because what we're doing is trying to what those people that keep saying, well, these games are coming to PlayStation 5, these games are coming to PlayStation 5, or whatever, or PlayStation 6, whatever, or forever. It seems to me like they're trying to dilute how good the Xbox show is. And it seems like there's another narrative that got killed where Xbox has no games. Now Xbox is giving everybody games. But how should that make PlayStation and Nintendo feel and Nintendo will be fine, but PlayStation wholeheartedly, if you got all these Xbox games coming on here and you see all this port begging, like that.
It's about to get worse after what Phil said.
Well, I'm just saying, but Husky, is this a situation to where you feel that it's gonna affect you, that you aren't going to be playing on Xbox? You know what I'm saying? Because if Phil does go all in, is it going to stop you from playing?
So for me, I've been an Xbox guy from the original Xbox. So
yeah,
I'm not going anywhere. Now I will say this: it will when the next Xbox, after a year from now, 2 years from now, whenever they reveal the new Xbox, it's gonna make me consider not picking one up and just upgrading my PC to better to run those games. And granted, I'll still be in the ecosystem and everything, because and that's one thing I've always said from day one: Xbox's ecosystem has always been and is way better than PlayStation ecosystem to me, and that's not going to change or whatever the case may be. I will say this, and I'm still standing on my stance from Friday. I don't mind some of the newer games going. I don't mind some of those newer IPs. South of Midnight, which looks amazing, by the way. I'm glad we got some actual gameplay of that. But if you put that on everything, that's fine. That's fine. I'm once again, I'm still not going anywhere, because I'm not one of those, oh, you betrayed me or whatever, I'm gonna leave. No, that's not it. I understand as well that it's a business. And I still stand on what I said Friday as well. I think if you do move some of those legacy titles, older or not, that's still gonna hurt the brand some way. As far as I just feel that, because I get it. Everybody's not a hardcore person like myself or like us on the panel. But you're going to see those people like, hey, you just gave away something that, that's been here. That's part of your legacy. That's supposed to be like a pillar of the community, or a pillar of your console or your brand. And you just put it on something else. And I get it. What Xbox is doing, they're kind of, front facing. They're the first. They're taking their steps first. And everybody else is following. I just still say keep those legacy titles. Anything else, maybe not anything else, but some of the stuff, like I said, on his case-by-case basis for the newer stuff, I completely understand. Like all the Bethesda titles, Fallout, the next Fallout, definitely put that on everything. The next Elder Scrolls, put that on everything. Don't stop. That's something that's always been on everything in general anyway. Don't stop that. I don't have a problem with that. And I get like, Starfield, I understand, maybe next year, or when the DLC drops, they decide to move it over to PlayStation. Okay, fine. More people get to play it because it's an amazing game, and I'm fine with that. But I still hold true. Keep those legacies at home, especially until you start seeing God. And I get it. Sony is doing it now, but Sony is not putting their stuff on Xbox. Granted, it's going to PC. Granted, it's going to Switch. That's fine, but they're not giving it to Xbox. So and I get, because I hear what you guys are saying. And it was a point I think Ottoman said it earlier, and I didn't want to interrupt, but it just been on my mind where I get Sony is putting their stuff every on other platforms, but it's not coming to the direct competitor in this case, which is BX. Because I don't include Nintendo, because Nintendo is Nintendo. They're gonna do what they want to do. They're in their own little world, as they say. But until those start coming to Xbox as well, I don't think Xbox should be giving them legacy titles just off rip. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't get new gear, shouldn't be on there. Or if they did a a Marcus Phoenix collection, remaster the first 3 games. That shouldn't go over there because we wouldn't get a remaster. We didn't get the remaster of Last of Us. We didn't get the we didn't get the updated Uncharted collection. Like we don't, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We didn't get those either.
I get it. I get that.
Yeah.
I think I look at it more from a general consumer perspective, where the general consumer, when they see something advertised, they're gonna go and they're gonna go buy it on whatever that platform is advertising it. So if Microsoft can advertise those games, which I will admit they have had a shitty job at doing that, but if they can advertise those games on the internet or through wherever they can do it from, if they can advertise those games as being on Xbox, that's going to drive people to be like, oh, I'm going to go buy an Xbox for that game specifically, even though they probably have a PlayStation or there's billions of people in this world, and the billions of people in this world aren't going to go play on a PC. They're just not. There's a lot of people out there that aren't going to do that. We would, because we're tech guys and we're all into that shit. But the general consumer isn't going to do that. They're just not. So
correct.
I don't see the devaluing of the console in the same terms as you guys do.
Yeah, right. And that's understandable. And like I say, and once again, that may change, like because everything is changing. Like exclusives are not what they used to be. No, on any platform, whether it be PlayStation, Xbox, exclusives are not as console moving as they used to be. You know, it used to be like I got to get that console to play that. Like people now, especially nowadays, the generation nowadays, they care about Fortnite, 2K, Call of Duty, wherever they most of this where they can play those. And Madden is wherever they can play them. If they can, and the only reason they get a lot of times nowadays, the only reason they get a specific console is because of what? Their friends. If their friends say, hey, I got a PlayStation, man. Come get a PlayStation. See, mom, get you a PlayStation. Get a PlayStation. They're gonna get what's popular. Trust me, I've had so many people because they know like I'm big in gaming, like I love gaming. So many people, hey, I'm about to get my son a console. Which console should I get them?
Right. I hear
I always respond with, well, my recommendation, like the PlayStation is nice. It has this, and this. However, if you want them, just get them something to get in the door to have fun and just jump, and they still can play just about everything. Get them an Xbox Series S. Get the S. Get this, and then, correct. And they're, and like I said, and then a lot of times
getting Game Pass.
Correct. And they're only playing Fortnite. They're playing Call. They can do all that with the S. My kids have an S. I got them an S, and they upgraded from a 1 to an S, and they play with that is their console. And literally all they play, Fortnite, Call of Duty, some fighting games, and some sports games, FIFA and Madden and 2K and stuff like that. They do that. But but you can go ahead, Kay. I'm just finishing up.
No. You make a great point. Okay, so I want to go to I want to go to Mitchie and get her thoughts about this because I mean she hasn't really said anything. So what do you think? I mean, do you agree with what kind of like what Sir X-Man is saying, or some people that's in the chat that's saying that this devalues the console? Where are you at on it? Is it if you've seen legacy titles go over, would this put you in a position to where you would want to play somewhere else, or would you still stay within the Xbox ecosystem, things like that?
So you're talking Gears Forza Halo, that's what you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think they should really go anywhere. I don't think their current way of doing things devalues anything. I think he left the door open though. Right. They are not clear and concise.
Thank you.
They're very wishy-washy. They shouldn't be so wishy-washy. They should, be able. I know they don't want to give their whole plan away, and I know that's not what they're trying to do. But I wish they would be more clear because they're so murky sometimes. And more games. Okay, what does more mean? so you're going to have all these questions about all these new games that they've just shown that are going to be, which ones are going to PlayStation? Which ones are going to PlayStation? That's all you're going to hear, though. Which ones are going to PlayStation? Exhausting. And it doesn't make me devalue it at all. I mean, I love Xbox. I've been on Xbox since as well, OG Xbox. And that's what I bought because I didn't really like PlayStation. And my PlayStation still gets slightly used.
Are you getting dust bunnies in your PlayStation again?
Yes, because I don't use it for much. It's so sad. I play it because I feel sorry for it.
Dang. like, oh, I feel sorry for you. I'm gonna go play a game on you.
Oh,
yes,
wow.
it just sits there, and I feel bad because the Xbox just gets more played on it than the PlayStation does, and you know they're crying at each other. What was you gonna leave me at all? And but no, it doesn't make me.
Damn.
Yes, she did. She hit him hard, did she, Yobi?
I know.
Disrespectful.
I know.
Damn.
Xbox is going, nah, boo boo, you don't get played. Ha ha ha.
Oh shit.
You messy,
oh man.
But anyway, so yeah, I don't think it doesn't devalue it to me because I saw that new Xbox, the $600 one, and I'm like, oh, I should really buy that when that comes out in holiday. Even though I don't need it, but I'm probably still gonna buy it. That's so sad. Present to me. And then, but that's what I think. They could be a little more clear. That's all I would like. A little bit more clarity.
All right. Okay. Well, I just to finish. I want to go back and see. I'm willing to go back and listen to what they're talking about here because they were just going through each person talking about each. For Blizzard and COD or whatever. So let's see what they're talking about.
Like again, this is a huge game. We dive onto the campaign. Multiplayer has 16 original maps day one. We're super excited about that because they really lean into we're in 91, we're in this era, and what does that mean?
Here,
and so yeah, MP fans are gonna be very happy with the maps, the weapons, the operators, the Omni movement. The list goes on and on. But I don't want to forget the Zombies fans because we also talked about it. Right?
Call of Duty,
2
baby.
new maps day one. We've got an original crew again, even though you can still play all operators. So again, it's a lot of the stuff we talked about is listening to the community and really take.
Okay, so they're still talking about those games now. Okay, I don't want to continue to beat on a dead horse because we're going to be beating on this horse until it's a zombie. It's going to continue to be talked about. Like Mitchie said, it's going to be exhausting. And listen, it is business talk. I caught it too, Dark. Like it was just basically Phil saying, look, and it is a case by case basis because he didn't say all, he said some. And then when he was asked the direct question, then he just brought it down and says, look, enjoy what we're offering to you and be a part, you know what I'm saying? Be a part of the Xbox ecosystem. So like, and I'm looking at, I'm looking here and bro and see, this is the problem with the PlayStation gamer or just the person that just feels that this shit is that important. He's like, the Series S was $150 with free headphones and it didn't sell well. How do you know it didn't sell well? Because you look at, you just look at some kind of
backwash fucking internet site.
Bro,
every time they come out with an article, every time they try to come at us with an article or come at people with an article, it's always from some website nobody's ever even fucking heard of.
Remember I forget the name of the website where they were talking about the numbers and they were talking like all last gen that those numbers were not accurate. Like even I can't remember if it was PlayStation or Nintendo or Xbox, if not all three of them, even said that place doesn't have accurate numbers. It's always old and outdated data. So I don't know, but regardless of it, it's just to me, it's like, listen, if PlayStation, we could tell that in the consoles are not selling as well like they used to. Even though people will tell you, oh, PlayStation sold this much, that much, this, and this up there, and it's going to be catching up with the PlayStation 2. It will never outsell the PlayStation 2, and PlayStation fans know that as well. And will the Xbox 360, or the Xbox Series S and X catch up and sell more than the 360? I doubt it. Will it sell? I think it'll sell around the same amount that the Xbox One. And then people say, oh, well, it's 5 million less than whatever. Then, okay, that's fine. But then just think about, but see, what people aren't thinking about is what Game Pass offers gamers, right? Like, so you count, let's just say, I don't know, it's 30 some million Xboxes. I have no idea. I don't even keep count. I don't pay. I
don't see why it matters. I don't even see why
no, but what I'm saying also, but there's also close to 40 million. If not, I'm thinking we're close. I said weird that Xbox is closer to 40 million than they are to that 35 million.
It's 200 million in the Xbox ecosystem. That's PC, Game Pass, your regulars, and that's what Phil said.
Right,
he said we have more people in our Xbox ecosystem than ever. That's why Sony is trying to, find weird ways to get people in their ecosystem with the way they did Helldivers. And now games that come out on PC, they want you to be in their ecosystem. You don't have to pay no money. They just want to show that they have more people in the ecosystem. Remember what talked about this before, K-Mega, real quick. There are people that don't have Xbox Live or Core or nothing, but they are still in the ecosystem to play those free games, because those free games, you can still play voice chat with people online in game. And that's the thing. Call of Duty Warfare is just like that. You don't need to have an Xbox account for that. Well, you have to have an Xbox account. You got to put email and stuff like that in. But you don't have to sign up for the online services because they have built-in online. That's the people in the ecosystem Phil is talking about. And that's why it's so huge. Even if you get a Steam game and you buy it on Steam, you are still in the Xbox ecosystem.
Yeah.
And that's the most important thing for Phil. If you're in the ecosystem, you're giving us money somehow.
I don't see why. I never understood the whole console sale crap. I never understood it. I never cared about it. The only reason why I even know anything about it is because I podcast with you guys. Otherwise, I wouldn't even know dick about it. I wouldn't know nothing.
Oh my God! You learned something from us.
I learned stuff from crazy people on the internet. Yeah.
Oh, hell
and not in a good way. It's never a good way of learning.
You know what you're saying.
But it's like, guys, we just saw so many games. Why can't we just talk about the games? Why do we have to talk about console sales?
Well, no, I mean they just brought it up, and I'm just kind of looking at it like.
I know they brought it up. They brought it up.
I mean, it matters enough, but
and it doesn't really matter that much because, look,
that's what Phil's saying on this show. Console sales don't really matter to him.
In the past,
ecosystem.
In the past 2 weeks, how much stuff have we seen, like, gaming wise? It's been insane, dude. It has been insane how much stuff we've seen. So I don't see why it matters what the console's doing. All that matters is what we're getting as gamers. Period.
Listen, that's everybody's big thing. What the PlayStation outsold? That's one of the first things they love to tout and to bring up is console.
It's ridiculous.
I agree. But that's one of the first things they bring up, and like I said, that's when they always bring that up. And I asked them, well, why is y'all attachment rate to y'all game so low? Then,
thank you.
And remember, Husky, what Phil said also in that thing. He said we have sold more games and doubled and tripled the price. I mean, tripled the profit of some of these games just selling on our system thanks to Game Pass. So we're making money on games. He said some people buy games because they just want to keep them. They see them, they try them, and they like them, and they keep them because they know games go in and out of Game Pass. And the minute they come out of Game Pass, they give you a sale. That's when they put the game. That's where Phil is making his money, man. Big time.
Yeah, and they're gonna make more. See, again, this is this ridiculous dinosaur thought process that's going to doom PlayStation, and because their fan base keeps on just feeding into the bullshit that PlayStation keeps offering, and PlayStation is slowly doing what everybody else is doing, what Xbox is doing, pretty much, right? Like it's what's really crazy is that, like I said this back in 2016 when like Phil alluded to, is like when we said we was going to put games on PC, and he looked like he took a shot at Crap Gamer about that, like, you know, because Crap was because Phil.
Crap hated that shit.
Yeah, right. and so it was funny, but then when you look and you fast forward to that, and now you see PlayStation's just all in on PC. PlayStation fans were supposedly that wasn't going to be the case, but then again, their narratives changed. Then it comes to this whole thing about now Xbox has no games. You know, can Game Pass be can it be sustainable and things like that? And then we just seen this show, and this show just showed you, listen, they are definitely all in and got dope ass titles. So anyway, and then here comes PlayStation doing you know what I'm saying, a shade tree version of Game Pass. Like, so it's ridiculous. I don't understand. And then we talk about games going over to different platforms. And while PlayStation gamers keeps trying to say, or I should say the stands, not the gamers, they keep bringing this point up about, well, the console didn't sell well and the Xbox is doomed, and here we go, we're going to get their games. You're going to save Xbox then if you start buying those games on. Exactly. It's not PlayStation getting that money; it's Xbox getting that money.
I mean, PlayStation will get a little bit. They'll get
30%. They'll give 30%. Like, bro,
or
like,
less. It'll probably be less than that, but you know,
maybe, like let's just say, obviously, and this is in my last point on this, and then we'll get into our reactions to the show. You think, see, everybody still have this crazy mindset that, okay, you got this crazy mindset that Xbox is got to give something and they don't get anything back. If you notice, Xbox is in a much more powerful position than it's ever been in its history. See, the stands will only talk about the console sales, and then they tell you that Xbox is in a dire situation, while Xbox is one of the biggest publishers in gaming. So, like, they're making so much fucking money.
The biggest
it's
conglomerate
ridiculous
in the world, dude.
Right. Well, I'm just saying I'm talking about Xbox, not Microsoft. Microsoft, yeah, but I'm talking about like Xbox. Xbox is a powerhouse in gaming now because of the acquisitions that they picked up. So they have a say so on a lot of shit. So if you think that PlayStation is just going to get everything that they want, and Xbox is not going to get anything later, because let's just say, for instance, Oblivion or Elder Scrolls, right? And they PlayStation might say, look, man, we'll go ahead and give you, Xbox might come out and say, well, you know what? How about you give us some of yours? And PlayStation might be like, nah, we ain't gonna do it. We're cool. You can go ahead and just keep that. Then that could be one of those situations where it's case by case basis where Xbox keeps it. It could be one of those other things. Like, I guarantee you, if Xbox does release their legacy titles, it ain't going to be for free. It's just not. Like, I mean, they're gonna get money, but Xbox is going to get something out of it. Like, I just don't see them saying, oh, we're just going to give you this and then go ahead and give us money. There's going to be something in there. Now, people will argue with me and say, no, Xbox is going to do that because they're thinking about just want to get money from every angle, but I just don't see. They have a lot more power than what a lot of people think or what project them to be. They think that this is 2017 Xbox.
They think this is 2013 Xbox.
It's not.
TV. That's what they think.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. So anyway, all right, let's talk about the show. Let me go to Mitchie on this one first. Okay, so what were some of the standouts for you? And what did you give the grade for the show, man? Like, I mean, this some people are labeling this one of the best Xbox showcases of all time. Where do you have it?
It was very good. It was nonstop, except for a little bit in the middle, which is odd, where the Winter Bottom game was, or Winter Bottom? No, Winter something.
Winter Burrow.
There you go.
Yeah,
I thought it was Winter Bottom. That's a different game.
Oh, that's
a different type of game.
Hey, Mitchie, what you talking about? Winter Bottom?
There's a Mr. Winterbottom game on 360.
Oh, there is. Okay.
Yeah, is
There
that
is.
what you call? Is that what you call your man over there at the house, Mr.
Oh,
Mr.
man.
Oh, fell into that one, didn't I?
Oh my God, you did. You fell right into it. All right.
Oh
But
yeah. Okay.
what else was there?
But that was a cute little game. But I don't know if that would be for me. Not sure. I'd have to try it first. I will. Okay, so I want to play the Flintlock game, but then it's a Souls-like and having to parry and stuff. Ugh. That's just exasperating. But otherwise, I think Fable looked really good. South and Midnight looked really good. I like the mechanics, so how you get around the traversal.
Mhm.
That looks very cool. And what else? Perfect Dark looked good, even though I'm not the first person thing. I wish it was third. I just wish it was third. Indie looked really good. Which I also wish was third. Sigh. When you want third and you only get first, sad. But otherwise, Gears game that looked fantastic. I'm like, why are we looking so young? I am very confused at first. And I read some of the books, so I should know, I guess. But I was like, why am I looking so young? I don't understand. Then I understood. Still slow sometimes.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I thought the show was really good. I gave it a 9. Nothing's perfect. I think they could have gone with more release dates if they had them. Especially for like indie, but I think indie's not going to make it into this year. I think indie's going to end up in next year.
I thought indie did get a date. I thought they got a date when they first revealed it.
No, it said holiday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Holiday. And who releases? No one wants to release games then. No one plays games then. So I think
nobody plays games then. That's when I played my bigger games is usually around winter time, the holidays.
Yeah, I think that'll get pushed to like February or something.
Okay, all right.
But they did release a date for Avowed though.
Yeah.
So
because of the 15th, yeah.
Yeah, they released it and then it got took down.
Oh, it got taken down?
Avowed did?
Yeah, I don't think they were supposed to say that early.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, we know now.
What was it the 15th of?
November.
November.
That's a good spot.
That is a good spot. That's a good spot.
But otherwise, yeah, I thought the show was really good. Lots of action, and the COD stuff I really don't care about because I don't play COD. But I thought some of their tech looked really cool with the omnidirectional stuff. That was interesting.
That looked real hot. Yes, it did.
Yep. So, yep, that's all for me.
Okay. All right. 9 out of 10. That's a good score. Solid. All right. Let's go to you, Sir X-Man. What was the highlights to you for the showcase? And is it one of the best showcases for Xbox all time? Oh, he said he'd be right back.
He said he'd be back.
He did say he'd be right back. I'm going to text. Okay, let me go to you with this, Husky. Your thoughts, man.
All right. Cool.
All right.
Oh, who are you looking for?
I was looking. I went to Husky.
Go back to Sir X-Man.
Yeah.
No, I did tell you I would step away for a second.
You did, but I thought you was back because he wasn't muted, and so then I was like, oh, but that was on me. All right. So your thoughts about the show? Was it was it one of the best Xbox show or the best Xbox showing of all time? And what was the games that stood out to you?
Next to 2017, that one was number one. That was the next to the one that showcased in 2017. That was the best one. That's 10 out of 10. It topped it. Game after game after game after game after game after game. Man, I was getting tired. I was like, "Can I get a break, Phil? Please, can I get a break?" I was like, "Damn!" And then you went into the Call of Duty thing, and I was like, "I'm gonna walk away." But what I was seeing, what they were showing at the Call of Duty one, man, I couldn't stop watching. I'm like, oh my God. It was like going to watch the Titanic with no intermission, dude.
Damn.
Watching the ship go down.
I know, right? But it's like that was the greatest show that I've seen in pretty much forever, dude. They showed some games that are coming now. They showed some games that are coming next year, and they showed gameplay of these games. That's the biggest killer. It wasn't no CGI. It might have been a little bit because even at least Phil says in there some cinematics and gameplay mixed together. He said that on the bottoms of the ones they were like that, and I was like, good. That's a good way to tell the truth instead of hiding behind people speculating. Is it all CGI? Look at the bottom. It says both. So they hit it out the park, dude. And then that Gears at the end, ooh. That Unreal Engine 5, ooh. And like I told you when before Hellblade came out, I said Hellblade is the preload. I can't phrase it right now. Is the prelude for what they're going to do with Gears of War. And y'all mess with me. Yeah, you did. And
I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
You weren't there at that time. Shut up. But yeah, it ended up being true. A lot of those games, they didn't say it. A lot of those games were running in Unreal Engine 5 or Unreal Engine 4.9. A lot of those games. And I was like, God damn, stop it, Xbox. Stop it. You're going to have people hating on you. Oh, too late. It already happened. Roll on, baby. 10 out of 10. Ain't nobody, even Dark can't deny it. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Damn, that's perfection. All right.
One guy on Twitter said 11 out of 10.
Nuts.
Big Bad Mo said 20 out of 10.
God damn,
Yeah,
I saw that. Big Mike said 20 out of 10. All right, so let's go to Yobi. Yobi, man, is this the greatest Xbox showing of all time? And what's your rating on it? What's the games that stood out to you?
10 out of 10 to me personally.
10?
And the reason I say 10 out of 10, pacing was perfect. They were back to back with game. They kept the foot on the gas. They didn't even give you a chance to think, to even soak everything in. You didn't get to soak anything in until after the Call of Duty breakdown. So Perfect Dark threw me out. I did not expect to see Perfect Dark. I was thoroughly impressed. Happy to see my girl Joanna Dark back. This is her. What's what I'm looking for? This is Joanna Dark. This is her redemption because she got to redeem herself for that dog shit. Perfect Dark Zero. Even though I got tons of achievements for that shit, but she got to redeem herself for that because the multiplayer. I see what they tried to recapture the glory days of the Perfect Dark Instant 4 multiplayer with Perfect Dark Zero, but it failed. But this is her redemption arc. But Perfect Dark, happy to see the gameplay looked amazing. I was expecting to see third person, but it was first person, so it was all good. What happened?
No, I was just saying you sound like your voice is a little dry. You might need a little water. Boy, you sound parched.
I am parched. I'm parched for that showcase, baby.
He's got to pick up all that saliva he was drooling on the floor, man, during that showcase.
Really, really dark. You just had to go there, bro. I thought we was better than that.
We're not. You know that.
But yeah, Perfect Dark was fire. One of the standout games. I forgot it was a third party. It was that damn it, we was just talking about it not too long ago. It was
I already got that game on my head if it's the same one. What did it look like?
It was it used the same formula that Final Fantasy used back in the old day. What do you call it?
Oh,
33. Expedition 33.
Expedition 33.
This is exactly what is showing right here in the background right now.
Is it that one right there?
Yep, it's that one right here. Yep. And what blew my mind is that I didn't know when Final Fantasy Remake came out.
That's it. This is the game.
If you know what I'm saying, because I'm cool with Final Fantasy Remake, but seeing this made me realize they made a mistake. They should have gave us what this was. You know what I'm saying? They should have kept this.
People think in this world there's no space for turn-based. And they made this shit look fire with that turn-based. I'm like, yo, I want this game. I want to play it. It looks amazing. Bro. It looks amazing, bro.
I knew Xbox was going to show the hell out when I saw that. I said, what the hell is this? I was standing up like, what is this?
Right.
Bro.
Look at those graphics though, bro.
Son, really,
when they start doing the moves with the turn-based, I'm like, yo.
Yeah, when I saw the turn-based shit, I said, at first I thought I said, is this Lost Odyssey? And then I was like, oh, no,
that, bro.
I thought it was. Yo, anyway, yeah.
No. Yes, this is one of the games that I'm definitely looking forward to. Fable looked amazing. I think Fable basically shut everybody up again. Oh, it's not gameplay, it's gameplay. Everything everybody complained about, they showed everything broken down in the middle. Perfect. Loved it. But there was one more game that it was one more game. Doom got me. That chainsaw shield.
Oh,
my God, that was insane. And like I said, the pacing from start to finish was amazing. Oh, Expedition just coming to Game Pass in 2025. I'm still buying that motherfucker. I don't give a damn. I'm still buying that damn game. And they showed out, bro. They showed out. I think they held it down. And shout out to Gears. We got Gears. I was not expecting to see Gears E-Day. I thought I was gonna be either Gears 6 or the remaster collection, but they showed the hell out, bro. So kudos to them. Shout out to South of Midnight. Can't wait to play that as well. Avowed looked amazing too. Xbox, they killed it, man.
Yep.
They killed it.
All right. Let me go back to Husky then on this one. All right, your thoughts on this? This is so far we had 3 people that said that this was the best show that Xbox ever dropped or ever done.
Oh, and Flight Sim, they looked amazing too. I want to play that.
Oh yeah. All right, and then what was the games that stood out to you, Husky?
Okay. I'm gonna just be a minute now because just bear with me.
Go ahead. Take your time. Take your time.
I'm gonna go to church just a little bit. Hold on, like appreciate it.
Are we gonna need fans, man? Are we gonna need fans?
Let me get Let's go. All right. I have a fake fan. Let's go. All right.
We go. Don't get me started now. Listen, this is if not the best. If this ain't, I ain't gonna do that. This was
go ahead, talk your shit.
Xbox showcase we've seen. Like this is the best. Like the best. The pacing was on point. This is maybe only reason I would give it a 9.5 is because I wanted to see some more release dates. But to be honest with you, this is a straight 10. This is 5. This was amazing. The pacing was on point. The games was on point. We got such a variety of games that we saw. Like I wanted what's being shown right now, South of Midnight. They showed some gameplay. The traversal looks fun. The whole lore of everything that's going on. She's riding around on a big ass catfish. Like this game listen. The alligator was missing the top part of his mouth. I want to know what the hell happened to the gator, the two-toed, whatever his name. Like I want to know. South of Midnight looks amazing. Expedition 33. It looked good. I don't know if I want to play it day one, but it looked good. Expedition 33. Look. Doom Dark Ages. Bro, I was live streaming the showcase. I stopped everything I was doing because he looked like he was riding the damn dragon. I said, was he around the dragon? But I was look, let me hold on one second. Let me turn my camera on so you can see.
Yes, he was flying the dragon and then breathed fire, dude. Did you see when he breathed that fire down his throat? That was awesome.
Yes. Doom Dark Ages. Even though I know it's not an Xbox game, Dragon Age, I really think they need to drop V off that Dragon Age because Dragon Age Veilguard flows out the mouth better than Dragon Age the Veilguard. But that's just me.
No, you're right. You're right. It did.
The Starfield DLC, the fact that we're going because I was telling somebody you dealt with some of those, ran into some of those people in the actual doing your normal playthrough, and then they're doing the DLC with them with the Great Serpent thing, bruh. Yeah. I'm excited for that.
On the DLC, that planet they showed, that's the house. That's the House of Varun.
House of Varun. Yeah, the House of Varun.
Yeah. See, Flintlock dropping in July. I know it's a Souls like. I'm still gonna check that out. Listen, Winterboro. It looks like a nice little cozy game, but when I tell you, I'm gonna get that a try. It just looks like it might be a little fun. Sit around and do stuff. They also the Wu Chang Fallen Feathers. That was another one.
Yes, sir.
Listen, I did not have any hype for this game. Stalker 2. Let's talk about how good and how amazing Stalker 2 looked. Stalker 2, absolutely. I was not expecting that from them. Was not expecting it, and that game looks amazing. So I'm even though it's I'm with Michi. Well, we got a whole lot of first person stuff. I'm more of a third person guy, but the game looks amazing. I'm playing it nonetheless. And speaking of, listen, I'm an 80s baby. I grew up on Indiana Jones.
Oh, thanks.
Indiana Jones and the whole. I was gonna play it just from jump, but what they showed in the whole interaction with the guy, see, think about indie movies, you get. Even though it's action and stuff like that, you get those corny, jokey parts like you saw in the. I was like, oh my God.
This is the indie movie. Crack it up. Yep. It was indie.
I was too.
It was
I'm
indie.
sitting up here like this. I'm playing. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. I'm getting that day one. Now,
Did you see him run for that big boulder at the end, Husky?
Yes. Call of Duty. Listen, I know some people don't like Call of Duty, and that's fine. I don't like all of them, but the Black Ops has always been my favorite ones.
Absolutely, bro.
I'm there day one. Whatever I need to do, if they drop it into it, you can play early. I'm doing it because I'm gonna play Call of Duty Black Ops 2, Black Ops 6, and the fact that Call of Duty Black Ops has been, especially the last one, and this one it's going to be amazing. The campaign in Call of Duty Black Ops, the last one was really good. This one looks like it's going to be good as well. We ain't getting that same. We actually getting a good man. Listen, they bringing Adler back.
You left something out, bro.
What I left out?
The Black Ops that was on the 360 has never left the top 10 sales on Xbox right now.
Yep, it's still there. People still playing the shit out of it. Black Ops 1 and 2.
Crazy, bro.
Black Ops is on another level, man.
It is. Black Ops is definitely top tier. Last two, and then I get off.
You don't gotta stop. Keep it going.
I have been waiting because K-Maker knows I'm gonna go long. So
that's what I'm saying. I want him to go last. I'm gonna go before dark because that's what I'm saying. Because I know he's gonna go long. So go ahead.
She already went. So I've been waiting on this game since they announced it. I'm glad we got some. I wish we would have got some actual gameplay, but I'm still excited nonetheless. State of fucking Decay. Excuse my language.
No.
State of Decay 3. Man, listen, I am a State of Decay fan. I love the first one. Put in plenty of hours in the second one. I might go back and play some more of the second one just watching this because I want to play something. Bruh, I can't wait for that game. State of Decay 3. I'm super excited for it. That's gonna be something.
That Friday you wanted to see that game.
Listen, I love State of Decay, bro. I love zombie, the whole zombie thing. It got kind of saturated, with kind of the Walking Dead and all the stuff that we got. I stepped away from that, but State of Decay, I love the stuff you do in there. It's survival. You gotta fend for you got to build your back. All that stuff that's in State of Decay. I love it. And even though Perfect Dark, I'm glad we actually got to see some of that, some gameplay of that. That looks dope. I ain't been huge on that. I never was a whole like a extreme or like super Perfect Dark fan, but I'm gonna play the game nonetheless. It looks fun. Avowed, I'm definitely gonna be playing Avowed. Obsidian, I don't care what the games look like. This is coming from Obsidian, and their track record of Obsidian is top tier. So regardless of how it looks or how it looked, these guys make good game. Outer Worlds, I know they're working on Outer Worlds too. Like
please show me Outer Worlds too.
Listen, this game is gonna be fun no matter what. Just wait till you actually get your hands on it. So Avowed is definitely something I'm gonna be playing. And last but not least, man, I mentioned Fable. Fable is like my most anticipated release. I can go about Fable all day, man. I've been a fan. I enjoyed the third one, even though it's not the best one. I still like Fable is probably my favorite Xbox trilogy. Right? It's like 1A and 1B between that and Gears. But speaking of Gears of War E-Day. Like I knew
Emergence Day. Yeah.
Listen, when they showed when it first started, I'm like, hold up, what's this? This can't be. Then you see the rumbling and you see Marcus and the thing come through the wall. I'm like, like literally, I'm screaming, like, let's go. And then you actually get a good look at Marcus and you see he's young. Like, is this a prequel? We're going back.
He didn't even have the scars on him either.
Exactly. So Gears of War, like this showcase was above and beyond what I was expecting overall. Like I knew some of the stuff we were getting, but this showcase just blew my mind. I was not expecting it to be this good. I was expecting a good showcase, but I wasn't expecting it to just be amazing the way it is, man. Like there is so much. I was talking to somebody about this, or like he called me, asking me how I felt about the show, and I was just telling him there is so many games out here, so many good different games for games for everybody to be playing. They're all coming to Game Pass day one. Whether they go to any other console, that doesn't fucking matter right now. These games come to Game Pass day one. These games are gonna be good. There's something for everybody to play. Make or Break show back up. Like they New Life is Strange, Atom Fall, the mixtape game, Frag Punk, which is the shooter. Like there is something for everybody here. Xbox is doing a fucking phenomenal job at what they're doing. Feel the direction they're doing. Like I said, despite all the other stuff, today we talk about this showcase. That's all it needs to be about. It's this showcase because it was fucking amazing. And it was definitely top tier.
Husky, quick question, quick answer. Are you going to be playing Call of Duty Zombies a lot?
I'll play Zombies sparingly. I'm mostly multiplayer and campaign. But look.
Zombies is multiplayer.
True. But I'll probably jump back in. I don't spend a whole lot of time in Zombies normally. But if I got a crew to run with, I'll definitely play Zombies.
Well, we all can run with you now because we all going to have the game.
Day one. So,
and there is a $30 upgrade for Call of Duty if you want to play it early and you want to get a few more attributes, like you know how Microsoft does it. Where
so X-Man, say less.
Say less. Yeah.
Say less.
With that, I'm saying, like that's just
bye.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, turn your damn camera off, old bastard.
I love this X-Men hell, but
that's for you, Dark. That's for you.
But yeah, this was an amazing showcase, man. Like, and that's all it needs to be. That's all we need to be talking about today and for the rest of the week. But yeah,
absolutely, brother.
All right, so let me get Sir X-Man to say it again because I just wanted to be a dick to him because he likes to interrupt people so much, and so I just wanted to it's true. But
you really gonna let me say it again?
I'm gonna let you say it again, and I might interrupt you, but go ahead. Just say you just gonna have to see if I'll do it or not. Go ahead. Tell everybody what you were saying just a minute ago.
There is a $30 upgrade for Call of Duty on Xbox where if you're on PlayStation, you got to pay $100 for that upgrade. So you're good to go no matter what you do with Game Pass. Go Microsoft. Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Let's go.
God dang, he's a damn bot. This man's a Battlefield man. Now he's all about COD. This is ridiculous. But
And
anyway,
it's free. I ain't gonna joke. Well, it ain't free, but it's in my service.
It's
I'm
free,
good.
it's free enough. Listen, that is a fantastic deal. That they normally do that with a lot of their Xbox games.
A lot of their games, right? Yeah.
Where Forza, you get, or in Starfield, whatever. If you wanted to sit there and just not buy the game, but you support Game Pass, then you could just pay the $30 for the expansion, which is, for the upgrade. And so, which is crazy because COD is what, 120, 125, 20, something like that. So
depending on the edition, yeah, it's.
I always get the Ultimate Edition to COD.
Yeah, if you get the Ultimate Edition, I think it's like
130.
130, I think.
Yeah, 120 or 130. It's something like that. Yeah, I always get the.
I think it's $129.99. But
where all we play is $30.
And so you just want the upgrade where you just pay $30 and then you got Game Pass, bro. That's nuts. Anyway, that is nuts. Okay, for me, because I know Dark, I'm gonna let Dark cook too. Like I said, like the game that just shocked me, blew me away. There was three, but the main one, the first one was Expedition 33. I couldn't believe it. I was in here screaming like, what the fuck is this? What is this hot shit? What is this? I need to know. And then when it said it, I'm like, I don't know, man. That game was absolutely incredible. South by Midnight, I've always been intrigued by it. I was very hyped about it, but after seeing it, I'm even more in love with it. Like Mitchie said earlier, the traversal, and just the dynamic, the soulful blues music in the background, the southern twang. Bro, I love everything about the Catfish. Had me rolling, bro. I love it. 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 It's so us. You know what I'm saying? Because we from down here, so it's like, oh, this is it's so just a breath of fresh air. So I'm very hyped about South by Midnight, even more. Was just shocked as hell to see Metal Gear Solid being promoted by Xbox. I know that they did it during one of their events. I think it was last year, and everybody's like, whoa, what's going on here? But just to see it being shown on Xbox, like that was always like, a marketed game from PlayStation. So to see Xbox marketing it, it's pretty damn dope. It's real dope.
And said we ain't dealing with Sony bullshit no more.
Well,
that's how that happened.
And let's not get it twisted. Like, I mean, Konami is weird like that, but you know what I'm saying? I could see within a year that game going to Game Pass. Like, I mean, I think that there's kind of like some of what Xbox's marketing strategy is. It's like, we'll go ahead and for the games that don't come to Game Pass day one, because the devs want to get as much money as they possibly can at first, and then maybe, but usually when they market those games usually come to Game Pass in some way, shape, or form. So I wouldn't be surprised if that game comes to Game Pass in about a year or so. But that's still dope. Yeah.
So do you think that Konami and EA both pulled their games from Jeff Keighley's show because they wanted too much money? He wanted too much money?
I could definitely see that. I could definitely see that. I could definitely see that.
And Microsoft EA friends, so that's all.
Well, but you also too those. Go ahead. What you gonna say?
I was gonna say, wasn't he charged what it was? How much was he charging people for games to play on to showcase their games?
30 seconds was like $250. I said.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah. So and that trailer was long. Yeah. So
250 million? 250 million?
250,000.
250,000. Okay,
for 30 seconds.
Yeah. I would have.
He won't $500,000.
Right. So like that 30 seconds. Yeah, that damn Metal Gear was at least a minute or two, you know what I'm saying? So like of gameplay shown. So yeah, you're talking about like $1 million, if you know what I'm saying. So like that's crazy. So yeah.
And so Xbox said, we got you. Don't worry about it. We got you. Come on in.
Right. Come on over here. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? But hey, sign this contract saying we gonna go ahead and you're gonna get it on Game Pass here in about a year. Let's go ahead and get that when them sales numbers go down. Anyway,
I'll buy Metal Gear when it comes out. I'll buy it.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Flintlock, of course, looked really good. Like the last time they showed it, it looked more indie type, you know, because graphically it seemed like it still wasn't there. It looked beautiful today. So I was highly impressed of how well it looked from the last time we seen it last year to what we've seen this year. It looked fantastic. I'm not really big into the Souls games, but you know what? Elden Ring has kind of opened the door for me, and so did oh my goodness, Wulong has opened the door for me. So I'm going to go ahead and give it, you know what I'm saying? The Sekiro is a little hard for me.
But I'm playing Elden Ring for the first time. He got missing for a week. 2 weeks.
Bro.
You couldn't get him to play nothing else. Ain't that right, yo?
Boy, I'm tarnished.
3 months, that's all he was playing.
I'm tarnished.
For 3 months, the whole podcast was about Elden Ring. That's what
I know. There was no fight nights. I sit there and there was a couple of GRGs. I said, I'm busy. I gotta get. I'm busy. I'm tarnished.
I thought it was bad with Assassin's Odyssey, but oh my god,
nigga didn't answer no friend advice. No text messages, no phone calls, nothing.
No,
he said, "Don't fuck with me."
I hate that too because I gotta explain that to Attic. Because when Attic hear me, he probably think that I'm just being an ass. But I'm in a. If I'm in a zone on something, I'm in a zone on something.
Boy, he got missed. Like he got missed so bad. He had his picture be on the milk carton.
Bro, sometimes he was late to his own podcast.
We had to put flyers out. Where is K-Mega?
I went offline. I was like, I don't want, you know what I'm saying?
We had flyers saying missing K-Mega, and then underneath call this number, and it was Sir X.
Mega wasn't listed online for 2 months, bro. That's how bad it was.
I know, right? And once I figured out how to get through that game, I was lost. Oh my god!
We had to call a search and rescue for K-Mega. That's what we did.
Yeah, because his cams were glued to his controller. He can't get him.
Man, my wife is like, "Why? Go to bed? I can't. I fucking can't go to sleep."
And she came over. She came over there up there in a sexy nightgown. He said, "I'm busy right now, baby.
I'm busy." You know what I'm saying? Old girl is on my mind right now. I'm sorry, baby. I gotta get rid of that woman. But anyway. No. What was her name? Melina? Millennia or something, whatever her name was. Yeah, no.
The one that you had to fight? The one you
had to fight?
Yeah, Melina.
Yeah. She ruined me. I tell you, I said it a million times. I'll say it one more time. She almost made me quit gaming because she was whooping my ass so bad. She whooped my ass. She beat me. Man, I know she beat me a good 100 and 150
Probably
times,
one of the
bro.
hardest boss battles in
it was gross.
Souls history for sure.
It was gross, man. But anyway, all right. So there's the others. This fool's stupid. Okay, so again, I've never played any of them, but it really intrigued me. And with the Age of Mythologies, it looks so dope. Like I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like what Husky was saying, like the variety. That looks so dope. Like that different twist because I'm into civilization, but you know what I'm saying. And Age of Empires is cool, but you know what I'm saying. It's like, but this Age of Mythologies, I'm going to definitely put it in there. Perfect Dark, the whole situation of like the initiative was out of here. It was done. It was cooked. Right there, they showed it to you. The game looked great. I seen some people trying to talk about how Joanna Dark looked, and she looks better than ever. I don't even understand it. Yeah. Like, I'm like, what are y'all talking about? And then there were still people complaining they made her look manly. I'm like, y'all motherfuckers just want to bitch about anything. Like, she's a white woman and she looked great. Like, what are you talking about? What are y'all trying to come with these culture war bullshit for everything?
And that's an old engine. I mean, the last one was an old original engine.
Yeah, because the guy
was going to progress.
Well, no, they what their argument was that like she needed to look like, with the crazy hairstyle that she had. I'm like, those graphics look horrible. Like, I mean, what would you do? Anyway, I think that she looked great. I thought the game looked fantastic. Some people just want to just be on the internet.
And that was her normal hair color that she had in the original Perfect Darks. They're saying, oh, that's not her. Yeah, it was. Her hair was blondish, orange. It's always been that way.
Yeah, it was crazy. Fable. What's up?
Did you see what Jeff Keighley tried to downplay the Gears of War Emergence Day trailer?
Oh my
No,
God.
I haven't seen that. No. What do you say?
So basically, he basically was saying it was all CG. And I believe one of the developers, if I'm not mistaken, came out and said, let me rephrase this a little better. The Amazing Gear speech you just saw was full real time with real time model, textures, environments, etc., all within Unreal Engine 5. Saying it was a CG from Blur Studio diminishes all the technical achievements. You probably didn't notice from how good it was. Though it looks
You
like
gotta be kidding. I thought it was CG too. Are you kidding?
No, it was actually a real-time masterpiece using in-game assets and ray tracing lighting in the same engine that the game will play. I already seen people say, yeah, it was cool, but it was a CG pre-rendered trailer because of stuff like this.
Yo, we tell the truth. They said the same thing about the original Gears. They all thought it was all just some CGI stuff.
Yeah, so
but
Jeff
it
Keighley
wasn't.
posted that when the showcase was over, and he got cooked. And one of the guys came out and just posted this.
Wow. No, I didn't know that. But I mean, it's typical. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, the man shows a PlayStation game at the end of every show that he has. If it's not Summer Game Fest, it's the VGA. So, I mean, you know, it is what it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm almost done with my list. Let me see. Where was that? Okay. A game that caught my attention. It just looked fun. And it's a free to play, come to find out, and that was Frag Punk.
Frag Punk.
It was dope. Like you had these cards, and then you turn the card. Because I was like, is this a card game? But then it was a shooter at the same time. But then you could like have a card to make their heads big, so you can like snipe them, or put grass up so you can hide and ambush. Like I thought that was a really cool premise to a shooter, and that's that's what I'm saying. And that's the type of games that can stand out, especially in such a wide range of just shooters that's out there. So you got to have the games to stand out. And I thought that was caught my attention. Yeah. Now, 10 years ago, I wouldn't have liked this type of game, but Mixtape really, really, really spoke to me. It spoke to me. It looks so cool. Like, I'm like, wait a minute, hold up. Like, this looks pretty damn dope. So I will definitely jump on that and give it a shot. And thanks to Game Pass, I can, you know what I'm saying?
Now, you on a toilet?
Yeah. Who?
It looked like
oh, shit.
Nah, I'm looking at my phone, bro.
Shit. Come on, man. Flight Simulator looked fantastic. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to show that to my wife, you know what I'm saying? So she can go ahead and get back on the tip of wanting me to get that
the flight stick and stuff.
Flight stick and stuff, yeah. Other than my flight stick. Anyway, other than that, I'm glad y'all didn't catch that.
Pause.
Get him, Mitchie.
Mitchie coming out of nowhere.
I know, it was great. Mecha Break, which they showed.
I can't wait for that.
I thought it was a Gundam game, but it's not. But it looked great. That game looks dope as hell.
I like the Robotech aspects of it, where you can turn into a jet and shoot stuff down and turn back into your mech. That's what it reminded me of, Robotech.
Yeah, no, it was dope, but it was really dope. I was saying I forget who mentioned it, but what was it? Wu Chang, Fallen Feathers. Like when I seen the PlayStation show, I was really excited. I was excited for the game, but I was over here like bummed out because I'm like, damn, that Phantom Blade Zero, that I don't know if that's going to be an exclusive to PlayStation or if it's timed or whatever. But damn, I would love for Xbox to get a hold of that game. Well, Xbox said, hold up, bro, we got you. We got something else for you. And that Fallen Feathers looked sweet. So I'm happy about that. Plus, on top of that Xbox is going to have Path of the Goddess as well, which is going to be a different type of, hack and slash type of game. So I'm looking forward to that. Avowed looked good. Another game that caught my attention was called Atomfall. I don't know if you guys remembered that. It was made from Rebellion, and I like Rebellion games. Rebellion games are really, really underrated to me. I love Rebellion games, so I was cool on that. Stalker 2, it looked great. It looked fantastic. It looked much better than what it did before, and it was just a perfect just swan song for like, hey, this game's about to release. Here you go. Don't forget about us. That's going to be day one. I'm going to play that game immediately. And then Gears was fire, but the game, the other game that was the game of the show for me was Assassin's Creed Shadow. Brother, man.
We talked about it before the show, bro.
I know. That's why I'm gonna let you cook. Go last on this because man, that game. At first, I was like, "Yo, this is reminding me of Tenchu," and I'm like, "What is this Assassin's Creed?" I didn't know what it was, and then I'm like, "What is this? This looks so dope." But I'm like, "What is this?" And then when they showed her pull out the blade, I said, "Oh my God, this is Assassin's Creed, the female, the I forget what her actual name is." Yeah.
Now, and they showed her name or something else because I the same thing. I'm like, what is this? Because I immediately thought, is this Tenchu? Then they said, now I said, okay, this is Assassin's Creed Shadows. Okay, all right.
Yeah. And then they brought Yasuke out there, bro, over there, powerhousing them fools. And when he did the stomp, I love it. Man, every bit of that game. Man, you know what? Ubisoft getting my money. You know what I'm saying? They're going to get paid. They're gonna get K Mega money because I'm copping that. I'm getting that statue.
Me too.
I'm getting the statue, bro. I'm all in on Assassin's Creed, and then of course, like I said, Gears is Gears. And then when what Yobi just said that was the game, that wasn't CG. Like I don't think anybody now can debate about how these games look because like Fable, like I love the shots that like what Xbox gave to the people, to the haters out there. Like Fable looked incredible. And then on top of that, like when people are over there making fun of old girl, she looked cute as hell in the show, just, you know what I'm saying, with the little freckles and everything. So like, I mean, what I don't know, man. A fantastic show. I give it a 9. I give it a 9.6. The only thing that I could nitpick it for is the dates of some of the things of the dates, and then the fact of I still didn't get my Killer Instinct 2 announcement yet, or Lost Odyssey. But other than that, that's just me nitpicking. It's a 9.6. 2018 will always be the closest thing to me that was my most favorite E3 until this one. well, E3 I should say, but Xbox event until this one. This was the best Xbox event by far. Last year's was really good, but no, this one took the cake. Xbox did an immaculate job. And listen, I'm not even a Doom guy. I've never beat a Doom. So like but looking at that game, it's going to make me go in there and give Doom some run. So I'm finna go ahead because I own them. I just play them a little bit and I'm like, this is cool. But then I jump on something else. But I'm finna give Doom some run. So I'm finna start off with the 2013 Doom. Was it 2013? It was 2016, that Doom that came out. So, and then I'll play the other one, and then I'll get ready for that. So anyway, that was my score. Dark Optimus, take us home on this one. What was the games that stood out to you, and was this the best Xbox show that you've ever seen?
Go ahead, Dark, cook, bro.
This is a 1 out of 10. Okay, this was trash. Okay, this was garbage. All right.
Hey.
This was
still a piece of garbage.
This was the worst freaking showcase ever. Okay. Are the ponies gone now? Are they gone? Are they still here? That was for them. That was for them. No. So then they can feel better about themselves tonight. Yeah. Because you know why? Fucking Xbox killed it like Tony Hinchcliffe did on the fucking roast of Tom Brady. Goddamn it, they fucking killed it. All right, they fucking killed it. All right. You know what? I got a little song for you. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Hey. Tell the world that I'm coming home.
It's about time. Let's go. You signed the contract, baby.
That contract is signed and mailed to you today, K-Mag.
Let's go. That's
bro, let me tell you, there are only a handful of games that draw any sort of emotion from me. Period. Xbox showed every single one of them today. Showed every single one of them. State of Decay 3. I'm going to start with that one. I have such a love for Undead Labs and what they did with State of Decay 1, because that game at a time when Xbox was kind of like in this realm of they didn't really kind of know where they wanted to go, and they brought out with this game with State of Decay, and it was just so cool as an indie developer to come out with something that like is basically like open world Walking Dead, right? Like that's what they did. And a little tear did run down my face when I saw State of Decay 3. It did a little bit because you know why? I am such a State of Decay fan, and even though State of Decay 2 was a very, very much of a disappointment for me in the beginning, it got better over time. And they did definitely, you know, right a lot of wrongs that they did in the beginning of State of Decay 2. So that was
would you say
amazing.
Sorry to interrupt you, but I just wanted to say
go
this
ahead,
about State of Decay 3. Would you rather just call it State of Decay 3 factions, because since PlayStation just decided to not give
man. Man. They, you know, that's the thing with State of Decay 3. I saw it and I was like thinking to myself, they're going back to that more emotional storytelling like they did in the first game. And I love that, and I can't wait for that. The next game that drew some emotion from me, it was actually the first game that was shown. Doom, Dark Ages, bro. When I saw, I was like, how are they going to do this? How are they going to do this in this olden times kind of, you know, type of way? And when he came out with a freaking chainsaw shield, I was like,
insane.
I was like, bro, this game is going to be probably one of the best Dooms we've ever seen, period. And it just, it looks so good too. Like, it looks gorgeous, man. It looks so good. Like, Doom's 2016 looks okay. Doom Eternal looks really good. Like, they did a good job on Doom Eternal, like making it look better than 2016. But this game looks like it's on another level when it comes to Doom. And I am absolutely 100% there day one for that game, because it just looks phenomenal. And if you notice that Xbox was not scared of showing some blood in their games, man. I love that. I love it when developers and companies can come out and say, we're not scared of nothing. We're gonna throw some blood, we're gonna throw guts, we're gonna throw all this stuff at you. And they did that with Doom. Another one that gave me a lot of emotion was Life is Strange, bro, and which is on the screen right now.
Right.
Bro, going back to that, the first Life is Strange character is a amazing thing that they could do, because that character is so beloved in the franchise that we want to see where her story goes. So
that was her.
Yeah, it's her. Yeah, from the beginning.
Oh, shit. So okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I knew she looked familiar, but I just,
Yeah. So I am super ecstatic for the Life is Strange. And the thing is that it's made by Deck 9, who made Life is Strange 3, and I thought Life is Strange 3 was miles ahead of Life is Strange 2. Even though Life is Strange 2 was good, I just didn't like the fact that they put us in the shoes of his brother that didn't have any powers at all. like your brother has powers. Like let us play as him. Like, I mean, yeah, he's an annoying little kid, but like he's got powers. Like, come on, like give us powers. So for them to do that with Life is Strange 3 or Life is Strange True Colors, and then now this one bringing back the original character from the original series is just absolutely amazing. And the last game that gave me emotion, I mean, all these games looked fantastic and I'm going to talk about those too, but was Gears. Gears of War, E-Day. Bro, when I saw Dom, oh my fucking God, I fucking teared up because Gears is such...
I thought it was the collection at first.
Bro, when I saw Dom, well, I saw that they were younger. I was like, these guys look younger, and Dom looked younger too. So I was all like, this has got to be like a prequel or something like that. And sure enough, it is. Just looked so good, man. I cannot wait for Gears E-Day. Oh my gosh, man. That game is... If they got a collector's edition with a statue, I'm buying that shit day one. If ands or buts about it, I'm buying that shit day one.
Do you wonder why they're not doing 6 first?
No, not at all. Not at all.
They're still developing 6.
Nope. You know what? You know why? Because honestly, like as much as I like the new characters that they have in it, I do like them. But them going back to those characters that we grew up on and characters that we got an emotional attachment to, it is different. It feels like it's going to be that Gears of old with that type of emotion behind it. So
and it sets up.
I'm absolutely.
And it sets. Well, I was just going to say it sets up for the Gears collection.
Right,
because
it sets up.
Yeah, it sets up perfect. Yeah, it sets up perfect for that. Exactly. Like you could do a trilogy of E-Day, and then have the collection, and then you drop 6. So that gives plenty of time for the developers to drop.
Now I'm going to go back to some of the games that actually really stood out to me. South of Midnight absolutely stood out to me. I was all like, bro, day one, that game looks absolutely fantastic. It's definitely right down my alley of climbing and magic and all that crap, all that nerdy shit. And then just seeing the way that the character moves and having that kind of claymation look to it. Oh man, I am a huge fan of claymation. So like this game is ticking all the little points that I'm like, yes, this is gonna be a fantastic game. And then of course there was what was after that? There was shoot. Gosh, man, there was just so many games today. Like they all kind of blend together in a way. Flintlock. I know a lot of people on this panel aren't huge Souls fans, but for me, the problem that I had with the state of play is that they all looked the same type of Souls type of game.
Right. When
Xbox showed these games, they look different. Like Flintlock looks different from Wu Chang. Flintlock, Wu Chang looks different from any of the other games that state of play showed. Like they look different. And so seeing Flintlock and seeing that it's coming out on July 18th, their day one for sure. Absolutely. It's only gonna be $40. So I'm definitely gonna pick that up. I don't know if they're having a physical version of it or not. I don't know. I'm kind of hoping that they do because I would like to have it physically, but if it's not, it's fine. I'll get it digitally. It doesn't matter. And then Dragon Age, dude. Dragon Age. When they showed that off, I was like, bro. I was like, oh shit.
Well, it looked crazy to me because it looked like a multiplayer game, and I didn't know. I'm like, okay, so this is Dragon Age, but I'm like, and then
well, they were showing you characters that are going to be in the party. Like they're showing you the characters that are going to be in the party, and then the hero, which is going to be you, was dressed in all black and had a mask on because you're probably going to create your own character and kind of tell that story through the eyes of yourself. And that looked fantastic. I want to talk about the game that's on screen right now, which is Indiana Jones. Bro, same thing with Husky. I mean, I grew up on Indiana Jones. My dad, we watched the Indiana Jones movies when I was a kid. I mean, like I didn't grow up when they came out. I mean, I was growing up during the time of when they were already out. So like going back and watching those like as a kid, and then my dad, he was always into cinema and stuff. So like he would show us the good stuff, the good movies and things. So definitely Indiana Jones looks fantastic. I love how they went in and basically were like, we're gonna do the same thing that the movies do with the whole joking and the little quips that Indy has, and the little like fiascos that he gets into, like where he gets captured and stuff like that. He's always getting captured somehow, but he always finds a way out of it. So that was awesome. I was like, hell yeah, dude. Let's go on that. Bro, Perfect Dark, man, dude. I know you guys are like, I wish it was third person, but Perfect Dark has always been first person.
Yeah, I didn't trip out about it. I understand what people were saying, but yeah, I feel yeah.
And Perfect Dark looks so good. I mean, it just really looks like if we were gonna sit here and say that that's a quadruple A game, well, like people have been kind of, or that they even threw out there, this is it. This game is gonna be that game. If anything, this game could probably potentially be that quadruple A experience type of game. So that in and of itself is a true testament to what the initiative has done and Crystal Dynamic has done with the game. Especially what they showed off was just an absolute, just looked like a blast to play, like an absolute blast to play. Yeah, and then this game right here that's on screen right now, the Wu Chang. Oh my gosh, dude! Like as a Souls fan, being in that like, I don't know if it's a Souls game. I don't really know if it is or not, but I know from some of the guys here on the panel were saying that it's like a Souls game. So I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming that it most likely will, but
it looks fantastic. Like it looks like a different, set in a different world, different time, and things like that. So I'm absolutely ecstatic for that. And I like how it kind of draws into that magic, style. And then she's got an axe and stuff. I'm like, dude, this is freaking sick,
Yeah.
And all the different weapons. Like, look at she's using different weapons in this trailer. So it's definitely gonna be absolutely fantastic game to play. Man, dude, there was just so many games that they showed off today that were just like, honestly, Xbox fucking killed it tonight, man. Today they just killed it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, this is the best Xbox showcase ever. Period. I can't even.
Damn, that game's on Game Pass too. I didn't even know.
Bro,
that game
it's on Game Pass.
Pass.
I mean, majority of these games are going to Game Pass.
That's right. 18 games is going to be in Game Pass.
18 of those games. 18 out of how many games did they show?
30.
30. That's a huge chunk of that's like more than 50% of those games are going to Game Pass. Avowed, bro. When they showed out Avowed this time around, it looks good. I don't know what they were doing the last time they
no.
The last time they showed off Avowed, it was I was like, ooh, I don't know, man, I don't know. And then they showed this today, and it was just like, okay, yeah, I see where their focus on the game is gonna go. They're really focusing on that kind of like Elder Scrolls style with their kind of humor when it comes to their type of
well, it's from the Pillars of Eternity,
right? Those guys.
series,
which Pillars of Eternity is more of a pirate type of game. So this is going to be like kind of like that, pirates, and mystical, kind of realm and stuff. So that I'm actually excited for it. I actually want to play this one when it comes out. Man, this, like, today they just killed it, man. I'd have to probably say, like, the only games that I was like about, like, and it's not even because they're games that I don't think are gonna, draw an audience or anything. It's just they're not for me, and I can only speak for myself, right? Like, I can't speak for everybody else. And the one game, the Winter Burrow, I was all like, okay, I don't give a shit about this game.
Mitchie, you disrespecting Mitchie. And I forgot who else said they were interested in Burrow. I think that was Husky, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I said it'll be something I check out. Yeah. But I understand it's not for everybody. It's definitely not for everybody.
You gotta have your cozy games,
I get that. I get that. I get.
This was this Adam. This was this Adam Fall.
Adam Fall looked fantastic, man. Yeah. Dude, Adam Fall. I mean, Rebellion is stepping up their game. They're making some AAA-esque type of games.
It gave me Wolfenstein vibes.
Yeah, it did. It definitely did.
Definitely was Wolfenstein vibes. And actually, when I first saw it, I was like, "Is this Wolfenstein?"
Same thing I said.
And then I was like, "Oh, it's Rebellion, so it's probably not." But it looks like it, right? And it looks good, man. They are definitely gonna have a really good game on their hands when this game comes out. It just, the whole show in general was just on a different level. I mean, the best showcase, I can't even think of any other showcase that came from Xbox that was, like, for me personally, that even touches this showcase. Because all the games that majority of the games that they showed were games that I have the utmost interest in, completely.
Because they hit you a single player game narrative, don't they?
Right, exactly. They hit me with that single player narrative. They hit me with that, brutal, sometimes dark, things that I enjoy, games that I enjoy a lot more than some of the games that come out.
That's the one I thought was about to be Rise of the Ronin coming to Xbox, and then I found out
this one, Assassin's Creed Shadows. Yeah, man, the Assassin's Creed Shadows, bro. Oh my god, dude. The things that she's going to be doing in the game, and then Yasuke going to be doing in the game, holy shit.
Nuts.
It's going to be nuts. And that scene where he, like, cuts off that dude's head and they don't show it, I'm all like, they better show that shit in the game.
Well, I love the whole, when they got into the whole black, when he did,
bloody, dude.
They did it
this,
in blood.
This looks like a bloody Assassin's Creed, which I'm all for.
But the whole black and white kills was just so dope. Like,
that looked fantastic. Dude.
Yeah.
Just so good. I'd have to give this a 9 out of 10 for me.
I think that game's going to be co-op also.
And the only reason why I'm giving,
I think it is co-op.
Giving it a 9.
Yeah, I think so too.
A 9 instead of a. The only reason why I'm giving it a 9 instead of a 10 is because of the fact that they showed a few games that I wasn't really kind of interested in. Like Mixtape looks cool, but I'm not really, like, super into that, type of game. Winter's Burrow, those kind of games.
But you play Life is Strange.
But I'll play Life is Strange. I know that it's weird, right? No, I know it's weird. Man, I know it's weird. I know it's weird. I know. But
I gave it a 10. But I only like that Mech Breaker game. So Mech Breaker game. So
and that's the thing. Like the even Stalker 2, dude. We didn't shoot, man. Fucking Stalker 2, dude. Insane. Like insane.
That's because you understand Russian.
Yeah, well, I
It's
don't understand
Ukrainian.
Russian, but
I thought it was Russian and Ukrainian. I think is kind of almost like the same type of
they're very
language.
similar.
They are, because both
their
of them
dialects are a little
similar, but
different.
yeah.
Their
They're a little
dialects are a
different,
little
yeah.
different.
but they can understand each other.
But-
But
Right,
still,
yeah.
Yeah, they
general
understand
saying,
each other.
That's Russian, and they turn
But-
it into its own country. Yeah.
Anybody, I mean, this
Dark, you there? Are you still there?
Oh, you was breaking up. You killing your bandwidth.
Nah, the ponies got him for
No.
betraying him. The ponies got him.
He's done. Yep. They might have got a hold of him. You there, Dark? Oh
what's
shit!
going on?
Yeah.
Every time he started talking good about
you start
Xbox,
breaking up
the
at the end.
ponies break him up every
Okay,
time.
okay. I think I'm good now.
Yeah, you good now. Go
I
ahead.
think I'm good now because your screen was like swirling around or whatever. And
that was your bandwidth,
yeah.
brother. I'm looking at this shit cooking over here. It's doing good.
Yeah.
This ain't him.
Yeah.
This ain't him solo's
my-
PC over here. We good.
I know. That broke ass motherfucker.
Even my PC's more powerful than ham.
Shout out to broke ass ham, boy. Let's go. Yeah,
broke
shout out
ass
to him,
ham.
Solo.
That's what he's gonna be called. From
He
now
ain't
on,
that broke.
broke-ass
He had
ham.
E3.
He ain't no
That's
E3.
true. That is true.
He's not an E3.
No, he was there. He was there at the Game Fest or whatever. The not Game Fest, but the Fan Fest.
He's there.
Okay. All right, good deal.
But yeah, man. I mean, like, I even saw. I mean, shout out to Jay Barry and Persona. Much respect to you guys for because they came out and said this was the best showing, like to date. Like, this is the best showing. This was the best thing. They literally were like, what's going on at PlayStation? Like, literally, they came out and said, hey, what the fuck, PlayStation? Basically.
They should have listened to me 3 years ago when I was saying that, Dar.
Well, sometimes it takes people a little while to, kind of come around and stuff like that. But, yeah, man.
Even you didn't believe it.
Xbox just killed it. I mean, I think I even said that on Twitter. You guys remember? I put it in the DM and I said it on Twitter. I said Xbox come Sunday is gonna be fire. They're gonna show some. I had a funny feeling that they were gonna show some shit that everybody's gonna be like, holy shit, this was an amazing showing. And then they showed off consoles too. That Galaxy Black console, that 2 terabyte console looks fire. I want that shit day one, absolutely.
With the glow at the bottom and everything?
Exactly, dude. I cannot wait for that.
I know K Mega gonna get it. He can't help himself.
Even though I have an Xbox. Even though I have an Xbox, I might just pack up that Xbox that I have.
K Mega gonna pull the trigger. He gonna have that fucking
and then
day
just
one.
use the Galaxy Black one. I'll still keep my other series.
I'm gonna get that Galaxy Black one and I'm gonna clean this one up and trade that one in. I'm gonna keep that Galaxy Black one. And it's 2 terabytes as well.
Right.
Exactly. It's 2 terabytes. So definitely, kudos, round of applause, standing ovation to Xbox today for giving us games that are going to be, I think gaming, honestly, today, man, reinvigorated my love for gaming today with what Xbox showed. So standing ovation for me for a long time, because this shit was on point.
I've got one thing to say real quick. PlayStation fatality.
Anyway,
flawless victory.
Flawless victory. Good one.
Let's go ahead and wrap this up. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get ready to do fight night here within the hour or about an hour and a half or so, and then
it'll be 2 hours for him.
Yeah, I gotta go to work.
Yeah. What time you gotta go to work, bro?
No, I'm just playing.
Oh, I was like, oh shit. I was like, damn. But anyway, anybody else have anything else they have to say before we get out of here? Other than you, Star X-Man?
Might just say put some lotion on them ashy ass legs.
Oh, he's showing. Oh my God, this man.
I was so comfortable.
Oh man, this man sitting there with his legs crossed and everything. God dang, boy, this man, Lord have mercy.
Bro, no one wants to see them old.
Well, stop fucking looking.
No one wants to see them old, shriveled up balls, bro. No one wants to see that
See
shit.
my balls, bro.
If those shorts get any higher, they will be able to see them balls.
Dude, I'm sitting in a chair, bro.
Man, okay. All right.
I mean, dog, it looked like he was sitting on a toilet earlier. I thought he was taking a shit.
I know.
Man, let that man be comfortable. All right, man. Let's go get out of here. Mitchie, where can they find you at? Appreciate you coming through, giving your thoughts.
There's no hope here.
Yeah, no, it's not. We're cooked here. But where can they find you at, Mitchie?
You can find me on Twitter at Mitchie71. You can also find me on Xbox, Mitchie1971, and the same on PlayStation. Even though, my PlayStation is sad and doesn't get used a lot.
Damn.
It's gonna keep collecting dust.
It's not even a
I
side
know,
piece.
it's so
She said.
sad.
Damn, she said it's not even a side piece.
Hey, you might have to trade to go in and get that sparkly Xbox.
I'm not gonna trade it in. It took me long enough to get it.
Yeah, that's true. I remember when you first got it. Yeah.
Sir X-Man, since you like to keep talking, go ahead and tell us where they can find you at, sucker.
I have no idea. I'll be doing probably so many podcasts this week. It's ridiculous, but I don't know which ones they are. I'll still suck their ass next week.
Oh, damn. What? Wow. Damn. What the disrespect? Lord have mercy.
You got a lot of nerve.
The disrespect. Oh, my goodness. Anyway, go check out Sir X-Man.
I don't even know who that is, and I thought the disrespect was real on that one.
Yeah, that was foul. Husky, appreciate you coming on through, brother. Man, you know what I'm saying? Where can they find you at? Let everybody know.
As always, man, y'all know y'all can find your boy on TikTok under the same name, the Husky Hokage, the one and only. And of course, you will find me here on Fridays with this amazing panel here on the GRG podcast, man. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and follow and all the other good stuff. But yeah.
No doubt. Appreciate that plug, brother. You know what I'm saying? Pause. Not I shouldn't even said that, but you know what I'm saying? Appreciate the shout out. Anyway. Oh man. And last but not least, I should say well, Dark talked long enough to where he don't need an outro today. But anyway,
I'm just happy there wasn't no yams on this show because you would have just paused there, rewind.
Listen, if they showed
after Friday, we don't even know none after Friday.
We don't even know yet.
If they showed Fatal Fury again, bro, I would have been pausing right. Hold on, let's go.
Another hour in the show because of that shit.
You're damn right. We probably had to stay here for another 20 minutes so I look at that thick ass blonde. Anyway,
put on your ass.
What did you say, Husky?
Jiggle physics all day. That's
jiggle physics was
favorite technology is jiggle physics.
It's only few characters. It's only few like gaming like female characters that catches me, and she was one. I was like, oh shit! Like another one is.
I hope your wife tell you no more pants off dance over the rest of the year.
She ain't gonna do that. Anyway.
Poison's a transgender too, man. So
wow,
we know where K Mega lies.
No. I'm not gonna believe that. Poison has always been a lady, and that body's like a lady. So I'm gonna disrespect it.
Oh,
I don't know.
Whoa, girl.
I'm gonna say whatever, but listen. And then Vanessa from
she could have a little dingle dangle.
Oh my God.
Little tinky winky.
I'm through. Okay. We working
after that one.
You brought this on yourself.
He did.
God.
He did.
She said a dingle dangle. Oh my God. Okay.
You're not confused, are you?
Yobi, where can they find you at? I'm through. And then Dark, I'm even more through with you after you're gonna sit there and tell me that my poison is transgender. She's not. She is not.
You don't see the Adam's apple on her neck?
Yeah, you don't see that. You don't see them booty cheeks being like a Brazilian butt lift.
No. I just see a. Hold on, let's see.
No. This is my outro time. All right.
Cosmetic surgery has advanced a long way,
You guys can find me on Twitter, Dark Optimus. You can also find me on Xbox and PlayStation of the same name. As always, K Mega, is always a blast podcasting with you, brother.
Yes, no doubt. Hold on, let's go ahead and I gotta. We gonna have to figure this out right here, right now.
You want this soundboard back so he can talk shit.
You're gonna see the dingle dangle.
No, stop it.
He's trying to show us the dingle dangle, and it's not enough.
So.
We do not
Well,
want
you
to
know,
see
if it's
this.
cocked, you're not gonna be able to see it, right?
We do not want to see this. Look at that. Look at that. Yobi left. Yobi left. Bro, look at that Adam's apple right there. Look at that.
There is no Adam. Look at that. Man, that's all woman right there.
That is not all woman.
That is all lady.
Look at them thick ass freaking.
That's
calves,
right.
bro.
Look at it. That's right. That's a woman. That's a thick ass.
That
Show
looks
me
like
got big thighs like that.
No.
The legs, yes, you do.
No. Look at that. You could even see the dingle dangle hanging right there. Look at that.
No,
you see it.
Look at that. No. This ain't the right video I want to see right here. I want to see something else. Let's go.
Let it go,
Why do you think she's wearing shorts instead of underwear, man? Come on now.
Stop it. No. Y'all ain't gonna do this to me. Y'all ain't gonna do this to me. Y'all ain't gonna do this to me.
Yourself. That's the
You're
problem.
doing it to yourself, bro.
Hold on. Stop
Did I
it.
just see
Stop
a
it.
PlayStation logo?
Dude, come on, man. No.
Okay. All right, guys. We're about to get out of here. Thank you for coming to checking us out. The GRG tomorrow. Well, we'll see if me and Ham will have the crossover tomorrow. And we'll see. If we do, then you'll see us. Fight Night Sunday will be here in a little bit. So come check us out. And also Friday, GRG podcast. And then just go from there, man. Just wait for when I start sports night when college football comes through. It's gonna be great. But anyway, we out. Peace. And stop talking about my girl Poison. Y'all disrespectful.
Dingle dangle.
Oh my
Maybe you should stop talking about your girl Poison. They win one.
Hey, thanks for checking out the GRG podcast. All your gaming news and our special topic of the week. Make sure to join us every Friday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 9:30 p.m. Central, 6:30 p.m. Pacific. This was the GRG podcast.